90% of my food, but I can't eat faster. So
It's okay, you can eat while you play. We are live, session 35, Nova Indagatio. We are missing Megumi, but the rest of the players are here and ready to go. Oh yeah, she said she's okay with someone controlling her, so I would just like keep her in the back, and then if you guys like think you need her, then someone can do that. Okay. But she's just like trailing in the back and not doing much for now.
Yep.
Perfect.
Last time you guys met up with some red dragons and got some game plan going of wanting to track down this corrupted paladin dude because he's being like mind fucked by the weapon. So your goal is to fucking kill him and destroy the weapon
or at least get the weapon from him.
Yeah.
Who said about killing him?
Oh, sure. Do whatever to get the weapon if you can subdue him and take the weapon from him.
Killing him is experience, so we do that.
Well, it's experience if you defeat him, regardless of death.
It is the most surefire way I know of defeating him.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
So yeah, unless there's anything crucial that you want to talk about before we pop into that, we can just jump in.
Well, also another thing to note is there was also talk about me getting eaten by the Red Dragon Emperor.
Minor detail, minor detail.
Minor detail, yes.
Yeah.
So I can't remember exactly. I think you guys teleported back to the Elven city, or I don't know if we did exactly that.
Yes.
I teleported
then
them
she went back again.
Yeah.
And spent the night with her sweet lover boy.
That's right. That's right.
What? Am I wrong?
Just because I want a bone doesn't mean I'd call him my sweet lover boy.
A lot of the, like, kind of interactions and stuff makes it more seem that way.
Why?
Okay. Regardless of that,
Anyway.
we can just join the party as you just teleporting into the Elven city, and you guys can join up and talk and shit. Unless there's anything you want to... Any parting things you want to say to Kendriel or something important?
No. I got what I wanted.
Jesus. Okay. So we join our party in the Elven city. It's the morning. You guys are eating or something together, and you guys can chat.
Sup, bitches?
Hi.
So how was the conversation?
You know, I do miss elven food.
Excellent. Oh, like you actually want to know how the conversation was?
Well, you went there to try and find the location of the weapon, did you not?
Mm-hmm.
Or at least the paladin.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yes, I would think it would be important to know.
Apparently your weapon's fucking with his head. So I
Surprise!
gotta go hunt him down. Does it make you feel any more like, damn, they were right that this paladin is now like uber corrupted by your weapon?
Kind of hinted at that and told you that that's probably what happened, with the fact that he didn't show up here.
But I mean, like, does that
make you happy?
No.
Okay. Well, maybe it will one day. Well, either way, I think we gotta talk to, like, Goldilocks today or something.
Goldilocks?
The dragon.
Ah, I get it.
Well, it depends. I don't know if the elves have heard back from him.
Well, sooner rather than later, I would say. Because I'm not entirely sure we can track down... Paladin Mickey alone. I mean, we can attempt to, but...
Do the rats want of any help?
They said that you should be able to sense him, I think.
Yeah,
because you're like
that's the best we got.
apparently part dragon now from eating its heart, and dragons can sense other dragons or something. And the weapon is also, I guess, part dragon now. I don't know.
I haven't tried, I guess. A bit of thought.
I don't know if there's like a range or what.
And I got some other cool info. The red dragon's gonna try to eat you later, so we're gonna have to kill him.
Why am I not surprised? So how exactly is that gonna go over with your new boy toy if we kill his father?
I don't know.
I would very much prefer to have him to kill out an entire species of dragon.
I mean, that's not the plan.
Well, but let's say we kill the father, now the sons are angry, now we need to kill the sons, now their children are angry, and so on and so forth.
No, see, the magic
Or you could
trick-
just let them eat you. No.
And if we wanted to eat you, would you let that happen? I mean, literally.
I wasn't the one that ate a dragon heart, but like,
No,
if I
but let's say-
had, then I would contemplate the consequences of my actions. I don't know if I would let them or not, but I'm just saying, if I was in that situation, I would contemplate the consequences of my actions.
Well, either way, maybe you can start meditating under a tree and start sensing or something. I don't know how it works.
Yes, I can
Or
try
we
and
can
Claudius
wait to
how
talk
it
to
would work.
Goldilocks. That's the other option.
Shut your eyes and look for your inner scales.
Well, one thing's for sure, as I pull out the +1, I ain't trying to fight that with this.
Well, obviously.
Until we hear from the elves, I guess I will try and get an idea what the red meant with Haiku that literally sense it. Yeah, I'm just gonna find like a quiet spot, just sit down and just try and think about the weapon and wanting to know where it is or something.
Sure. Yeah, so you sit and kind of go into like a little meditative state, and you concentrate on the weapon and like trying to sense it and where it is. And after like a few minutes of trying this, and you kind of go into this little bit of like a more calm state,
I'm free.
You kind of get this sense of like you almost like have like a out of body experience. Like you kind of like are like seeing things, but your eyes are closed, and you can almost like see yourself in that state.
Astral
And-
projection.
Kind of. But everything's like, as you like look around, everything's like black and white. And after like a second of like looking at your surroundings, you're kind of like junted like a forward motion into like an area you don't like super recognize. But in like 30 or 40 feet away from you, you can see that paladin that you saw, except for he looks quite different. His armor's like blackened with these like pulsing like black and red veins that are like sprouting out from like the center of his armor. And he's just like skulking, walking like forward.
Can I try and do a geography skill check to see if maybe I actually recognize the area just a little bit?
Sure.
Like, not give a precise, but like a rough area. 18.
Yeah, you feel like this area, because it's black and white, it's like hard to like find a landmark
Yeah,
or whatever.
so it's
and
more
you're
like
only,
looking for like
your vision is like,
notable...
yeah, it's almost like tunnel visioned on him. So like you almost see like a 15 feet area around him and where he's walking. But this looks to be like somewhere you would guess. You do get a glimpse of like some water and some like hills and stuff. So you have a general idea that it's probably somewhere around here. He's like walking around. You're not like 100% sure, but you're like, if you were to guess, you would think that.
Do I get a sense maybe like if he's heading north or south?
You get a sense. It's hard to get cardinal directions because you only can see like 30, 15 feet around him, so you're not quite sure.
Okay.
But you can definitely see like as he's moving, you're like forced to like keep within a distance of him, it's like pulling you along. And then like at some point as you're just like watching, he'll kind of like jerk his head toward you, like look straight at
stop.
you, and then and then what?
Oh, then I would stop.
Oh, okay, you just like immediately try to like back out, and then you like open your eyes and you're like back in the Elvish town.
Oh, interesting. I'll sort of like look around, like what time of day would it be now if I did this early?
It's probably like 10 a.m.
I'll try and find the other two.
Yeah, I assume if they're not doing anything in specific or whatever.
I am doing something specific.
Okay. What is Leyland doing?
I'm gonna do a secret elf request. Well, it's not. I'm still gonna say it out loud. I'm not gonna give you sorry. It's not that secret.
Okay.
But since I do know the elves a little bit here, and I do have some level of relationship with them, I am gonna see if I can't use my authority, at least as much as I have, to try and massage it on the back end to hopefully get good old Harold a weapon sooner.
Hmm.
You know, I'm gonna tell them that it's vital for what we're doing, and that there's a corrupted, evil, dragon-eating artifact that is also part dragon out there, and
Sure. Give me a diplomacy check.
oh yeah, I'm good at that. What's that? That's 15. Let's go.
It's not bad. Yeah, you'll see that. Well, I mean, like, who are you trying to discuss this with? Just like anyone and everyone? Or?
Well, I'm probably doing like the secret handshake so I can get to the elven cabal that's in control of everything here.
Sure.
And I'm gonna make an official request in my official capacity.
Yeah, you'll see that they will let you know that they're expecting a visitor from the Gold Dragon. And they've been briefed on these sort of things, and they at first are a bit reluctant to offer their elven smiths to this non-elf person. But with your I mean, do you vouch for the mountain? Do you say like, oh no, this guy's a good, he's like, like do you vouch for him in terms of like his character? Or
Yeah, I vouch for him in terms of his character, because I'm essentially saying he's like the only person so far in contact with this thing that has managed to resist it. So it's not a lie.
yeah, so with some discussion, they eventually agree to lend the elven smiths to forge a weapon to help with your cause. But they let you know that you'll have to supply the materials you want to like craft it.
Yep. I can do that.
Yeah.
And then I head back and I meet Gore at some point, and I'm like, oh hi.
Yeah, I don't know if
Done meditating.
don't know if Atihi is chilling around in the area or...
Probably.
Yeah, you could be around too if you want to join up with them discussing the results of his meditation.
Okay, so I've been thinking, and maybe we should draw up some plans for what sort of weapon you want.
I technically have that.
Oh, that's cool. Show me.
So let's pull out like this drawn schematic.
Ooh,
I had
that's
time
cool.
since you all were busy the past
Ooh.
few days.
I'm gonna look at the plans. What do they look like? What sort of materials are we talking?
So there will be mentioned 3 materials.
Mm-hmm.
1 potentially made of adamantite.
Mm-hmm.
1 potentially made of mithril.
Mm-hmm.
And then you will see one where it says Horocalcum. Most likely not, but could be cool.
Oh, that's so interesting. So, I mean, I'm like more of a bow person. I don't really know what the difference. I kind of know for armor what the difference between these materials is, but
Adamantite is the one that I have on my chest.
yeah, so it's like really hard.
Yes, it is tough to destroy, and if it's in a weapon, it destroys things quite good.
Okay.
Mithril, the one I have on
Mithril
my
makes
shield,
it light.
they are... Yes, that's just like fluid, like it's a fucking crystal, basically. Horocalcum is... a sort of myth.
Okay.
Allegedly, it exists. If it's used for a weapon, it will ring truer for you. And if used in an armor, allegedly you'll be able to move faster.
Interesting.
Or rather, react faster, at least. Now,
Well,
if those things are true, I don't know. I don't know if even this thing exists.
well, you know what? I think I have an idea. How about this? And I start digging around in my bag. And I pull out a pouch that you guys might recognize because technically you guys were there when I collected this. And I just show it, and there's a bunch of purple crystals in there. Remember this, guys?
I don't remember those.
It's a pouch of Abyssian.
Oh god.
I remember this thing being like real cool, real spicy.
I mean, yeah, it's not the best thing to make anything out of, really.
The
it's
first
not.
line, anyone who spends extended amounts of time near it will grow ill and die.
Oh,
I don't even remember.
that's pretty cool.
Oh, you got this.
I mean, it's like slightly radioactive, but that's okay. Well, I'm just gonna put it away again, but
I feel like that could be so cool to make like. What if you like ground it up into a powder and created like lotion or something out of it, and then give the lotion to your like enemies? You're like, here, it's special. It'll make you look younger.
Kill them.
That's yeah. Your old side is showing.
Yeah, it's pretty spicy.
True.
My old side.
Before you got reincarnated for the second time, you used to be an assassin.
Oh yeah.
So hence your old side is showing.
True. Oh, alright, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any more discussion you guys have.
Well, yes, there's my side. Ja, till kan jag si vad kalmen. So I'll just wait for Whitney to get back. But for getting the materials elements, I will probably be easiest. Where with
Okay.
Calcum, like I said, I don't even know if it's real.
Well, you know, if I'm being perfectly honest, when it comes to special materials, usually, isn't it like the dwarfs that have this sort of shit in lockdown?
With Calcum, I don't even know if they would have it. Well, for about the visions that I out of a meditation, I did actually get a feeling and sort of saw where he is. Well, he's not good.
Okay.
I'm fairly sure the weapon has taken over more than just his mind at this point.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Also, he's not that far.
Oh, well, that's good.
I'm not though sure which direction he's heading, but he might be heading towards the gold.
Well, that's not good.
He's at least in this area. Not necessarily right here, but on the other side of the lake, I think. It was
Well, I mean, it's
hard to see exactly, but it reminded me a bit of the lake.
Well, should we try to, like, turbo gank his ass?
Like I said, currently I am not a fighting force against him.
Oh.
I know a little bit what the weapon could do, but I also know that part was maybe 10% of what he actually told me. I know at that point it could do the mass pain effect at will, whenever it wanted to, once, sort of every 6 seconds or so.
That's
so we
okay,
might
I'm not
well be
scared of
having to
pain.
deal with that.
Yeah, but I can also do that. So let's learn about it. Debilitating pain.
No, I think it was
Compulsion mind
called inflict serious wounds
Oh.
mass.
That's different.
Oh, so it's just damage.
Yes, but it is the fact that it can do it constantly.
Okay.
At least while I wielded it, it was sort of... I asked it to do it and it just did. Didn't take me any time. Now, if it's connected with him fully, I don't know if it will take a time to do it, or if it can still just do it willy-nilly. And I don't know how much longer the spell might have gotten as well.
Also, guys, you think the weapon's haunted?
What do you mean?
No, like, you think I could suck the evil spirit out of the weapon?
Maybe.
Depends if that thing would be classified as that, or if it's just that is its sentience. And it's not
Okay.
haunted, but more just it is that now.
Well, I do have this Ghostbusters backpack still lying around somewhere.
Doesn't that thing also need to target the spirit itself and not the item?
No, it targets the haunt.
While it's manifested, I'm guessing.
To all manifested haunt within 30 feet
Yeah.
of the user.
So it needs to be out of the object. I'm fairly sure
Not
then, but to be
necessarily.
manifested. least I think that's what manifested is that the quote-unquote physical form is there.
Well, it's not technically a haunt, so
Yeah, there's also not really a haunt.
there's the next thing. But you know, I was just like, if it's haunted, I could. Anyway.
Yeah, in the middle of your guys' conversations, one of these other elves will kind of interject themselves and say, "Pardon me, but it appears you have a visitor at the
Oh, that's
at the
cool. I
gates."
think we were waiting for someone.
At the gate?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's not clad in armor with black crystals pulsing on him, right?
No, he has a
Alright.
golden robe.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Ah.
that's cool. Let's go.
I'll
Yeah,
get
you-
off of my path.
Yeah, you guys can head to the elven gate. These elven warriors kind of protecting the gate kind of stand aside and let you
Hi.
guys walk out, and the gate slowly, like the vines kind of close in behind you. And outside there is an elf wearing these gold robes. You can see
I'll
like
do a
sticking
slight
out.
bow.
What's that?
I'll do a slight bow.
Sure. You can see that like sticking out from like his cloak and his robe, he has like these bluish kind of veins that are like sticking out on his skin, and they look like they're kind of like crackled, like it looks like he was like struck by lightning or something. And he has like that, like your veins kind of go all like bluey and
Yeah.
whatever. He has like these weird like almost scars, but it looks like his veins are just like bluish, and they're just like it only looks like it's like peeking out of some parts of his skin. Like you'll see like his hand is kind of exposed and some of it like peeks out. And he'll if you do like a little bow, he will bow as well and introduce himself as Gale. He says, "Hello, I am the Archmage of the Gold Dragon, and I
That's so cool.
come to speak on his behalf. We were told that some warriors had ventured here and were seeking an audience with him. Unfortunately, times are in the era of where dragons must be kept in sort of secrecy
Which is
Yeah, no,
understandable.
that's fair
before
enough.
some intentions are gleaned. But I am told you are seeking an old companion of ours.
Yep.
Yes, and I sort of found him, and he's not looking good.
Yes, we have also seen him. It seems his purpose is, he kind of looks to the mountain, to come after you, is what we've gleaned.
Oh, that's pretty
Surprising.
spicy.
Well, we are not aware of what it has fully done, but we know it has corrupted our friend and turned his magics into some sort of foul perversion of what they once were. We've sent already a band of what we thought could subdue him, and they were done in quite easily, so this weapon has enhanced him in some manner.
The thing itself was so powerful, and even while I wielded it, it kept many things hidden. I could have told you that probably would be a few small things, sadly.
I understand, but we wanted to try to, as they say, handle our own. But it
Right,
seems that we
understand.
are not able to do so, and I've been told of your fighting prowess, and I think it makes much more sense that we more aid you in this than try to
Well,
accomplish it ourselves.
Currently,
enough,
I
fair
am
enough.
not fighting anything.
Yes, this is the reason for my visit, as I'm told you are in need of a weapon. The
If
gold
I am to
has-
fight my old partner, I will need something more than this stick.
Yes, the smiths here are of unique variety. They rival that of even the dwarves, being able to manufacture such weapons. Although they each have their own specialties. It was mentioned that the elves were hesitant to allow their smiths to work on a non-elf's weapon. But I'm told that they've had counsel with themselves and others, and they've agreed to lend their smiths to you for this task.
Yep.
And we've also vouched for you, since it is somewhat our fault you are without weapon. And we did promise that we would replace it. So I'm willing to assist in this manner. So please let me know if there's anything I can assist with in this weapon.
I would need it to be enhanced afterwards, so I guess maybe that. Also, out of purely curiosity, do you know of Horcalcum?
How do we spell that again?
It is spelled H-O-R-A Calcum.
Oh, got it. He nods and he says, "We do have a small amount of it."
It's real?
It's how I got these, and he kind of like lowers his cloak even more, and you can see this deep blue, like veiny scar thing that's like goes down into his like chest area, but he's not taking off his shirt, but he just like lowers it so you can see it more.
Six
like
tats.
Spider veins out from his like chest area and like up his neck.
Get that from a metal.
He like pulls back up his cloak and says it's a long story, but just if you, I don't know how interested you are in that, but if you the metal didn't give it to me, it's more of how I came across it, but if this metal will aid you and is essential for this item you're thinking, we are glad to provide such a rare ore for this.
Well, if I'm to make the weapon that I dreamed of, can I hand him the schematic?
Yeah, he looks it over.
For instance, what's the ones that I thought first was most realistic, being adamantite and mithril. They are known. Horcalcum was one I heard of in myth. Sort of stories from smiths and from where I come from. But the most mightiest weapon one could have would be one made of Horcalcum. Always thought that would be funny to have, but I didn't think it was real.
Since I've heard of the elves are willing to vouch for your character and your comrades, the gold is willing to use its rare deposit of this resource to fulfill the oath that was given to you to give you a weapon of good standing.
That's so nice.
As the gold is willing to do that, I will also be forthcoming with it. Before it provides me metal, it should know that there's a chance I might clash with the big red. Because apparently it wants to eat me.
We are not opposed to self-defense if they go out of their way to attack you. We would be opposed to you hunting it
knowing
down.
that the metal he provided me might hunt him. I do not seek him, but I will promise. But I will fight to keep myself alive.
Of course, we wouldn't expect nothing less.
Well, if the gold is willing to provide me with the metal of myths, the peak can live. And I will gladly do my best to try and see Celius at least back alive, or whatever's rest of him.
Yes, with my magic and these elven smiths, we should make short work of this task. And if our readings are correct, it seems like he is seeking you out and should be here in a few days.
Ooh.
So,
Do you guys?
He is making this way from what I could see. I was worried if he was coming for me or for you.
for this magic crafting task, do you need some glowing radioactive rocks? Because I still have some of those.
Please do not mess with my dream,
I
Leyland.
I was just asking if you needed it, man.
Well, at least you asked this time. That I appreciate. No.
You will work with any materials the mountain deems fit. He wants to
I do not
incorporate.
want bismite in it. I would like to live.
Yes, that is a dangerous material, but we know how to work it if you wish.
No. Our calcium needs to stay pure. It should not be tainted.
Yeah, so he will tap on the vines behind you, and they'll retract, and the gate will open, and you guys can head back in, and he will kind of come back in as well and speak some elven words to these people, the elves in the party, and whoever. Does Mountain understand Elvish? I don't remember.
Yes, I do, because I actually know one of the elves from here.
Okay, so then everyone understands. He just kind of just says, "I've spoken with them, and we must begin immediately crafting this weapon." They nod, and they head to some area in the back of these woods and start beginning working on your weapon.
This. Whitney, how much is the share memory spell? The one you need to basically link into my mind and know where the fuck I live.
Ooh.
It's a second level spell, so cheap. Should be.
Do you all want to visit where I live and meet my father?
Oh.
We
I
have
don't know
2
if I'm
days, so...
I'm not sure if I'm mentally ready for that.
It's been a while since it's been home. And considering I might die soon, I kind of want to visit him.
Okay. I mean, alternatively, I was just gonna set up a sick-ass watchtower and just totally shoot the guy from miles away once I see him.
Well, apparently he's moving slow but steady. Better to potentially just keep it that way than piss him off and...
I'm doing research currently on magic to aid in dealing with him.
Speaking of magic that will aid in dealing with him, have some magic dust, and I hand you some magic dust.
What the fuck does magic dust do?
Well,
if no,
Do a little bump.
Hell yeah, I'll take
send it
magic
to you in a
dust,
second.
whatever the fuck this is.
Gift item. Oh, wait, I can't gift it, so I'm just gonna have to do a trade.
are you two off for visiting my home, or...
I mean, sure, if we actually have time.
They said we had 2 days at least.
Oh wait, that's just one. I want to give you 5. Sorry. There you go.
Okay. What's this?
Might be useful, you know. And I got some back in.
Nice. Yeah.
Back in
How long does this last?
It is, I believe, if you use it added to the casting of a spell. So you.
Okay.
It gets.
So
like
it's like
one
used
dose per
as you're
cast.
casting.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. I want to see if there is obviously some of the elves here knew a little bit of information about these crystals. Sorry, hold on. That basically I'm just trying to do some research about these crystals, what kind of
When you say these
magic.
crystals, what do you mean? The
blood.
Sorry, the
blood
blood
crystals?
crystals that created this weapon, right? I'm
Okay.
trying to do a little bit of if there's an elf here that I can just pick his brain a little bit about exactly what type, like anything they know about what type of magic this is, and I guess like I'm looking at spells and things that could hopefully potentially render the weapon useless-ish, but I need to know more about, is it like arcane magic? Is it divine magic? Is it a weird amalgamation that's neither or both, or like...
Question: do you need some bloodstones to experiment with? I pull out another bag.
Maybe. I mean, well, I don't know. I guess I'll take a couple, but it might be like, I don't know if it'll help, but it might help, but I'll take them with me. But if you guys were wanting to like go to your home, I can like teleport you there and back, but I actually want to probably talk with the elves here and see if they'll help me do some experiments or like...
Makes sense.
So just as a base, you know that the blood crystals on their own wasn't like innately so I don't know if the mountain wants to like to refresh everyone like those steps that kind of happened, or if you...
A lot of blood drinking, lots of it.
Dragon blood.
And then,
specifically.
well, killing some corrupted fucking shit.
Mm-hmm.
Some more blood drinking of the corrupted rarity. And then whatever the fuck that stone was.
Oh well.
Unless you want to start just stabbing things with them and hope maybe it does something.
No. So I guess this is maybe like more of a theoretical conversation with the elves then than it is like a what do you know about it, but like maybe we're having like I'm finding someone who is like a scientist isn't the right word, maybe like philosopher, yeah, that kind of thing, where like I want to sit down with someone who, I don't know, knows a little bit about these crystals, and maybe just us spitball and theorize about like how exactly this all happened and what type of magic it's imploring, how it grabbed the soul specifically. Where did this soul come from? Like,
yeah, so you can... Okay, so you're teleporting them first, or I mean, you can do this simultaneously. Like, you can go... Well, I don't imagine you're not wanting to spend a million years there. You probably want to go there for a day or something and then come back, or...
Yeah.
Well, yeah, at my home, yeah, it will be for a day at most.
Yeah, so you know that this guy's traveling and he's probably going to be there in a few days, so you can do your research like the next day, or I mean, you don't have to go there if you didn't want to, but I just meant like you can go there if you want and still accomplish what you want to do.
yeah.
Meaning you want to go with them and stay with them and do stuff with them? Or...
Sure, but I would tell them I would like to do this research first, because it may involve me having to try to find access to spells, so the longer I have to do that, the better.
Sure.
That's fine.
Alright, so you do this research.
More than a day or two at home anyways.
Yeah, so you talk with some of the historians here. You can get access to their library on books and stuff, and they tell you what they know about blood crystals. So they, what they were hinting at before when they warned the mountain is that they have heard of the more it drinks, the more the properties start to inhabit the type of creatures it's fed on.
Okay.
So when you mention like this corruption that he kind of fed it introduced a new variable. They haven't quite dealt with this exact situation where it eventually became sentient. I mean, there have been sentient weapons before, but this specific case they are saying it sounds more like more of a necromantic arcane in nature. Okay. But there is like some concern that perhaps there is some divine in the fact that it pulled an existing soul out of like the ether or whatever, and it's not like just its own thing, or at least it claimed to be from the information you give them. So the main thing that they tell you is that they know that the main cause of this must have been feeding it the corruption or magic whatever he did. So that might be the source of like that, plus the blood crystals. They let you know the blood crystals innately aren't magical.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
They're just, well, I don't know how magical, how you want to
They
call
have
it. But
magical properties, or
Right.
like, yes, there is like some innate magic to them, but they're not like a magical being like this turned into. It's this combination of all these things.
Right.
So then I'll ask, do we believe that this is a true soul trapped inside, or some weird manifestation of all these different blood and magic giving it
It's
new sentience?
difficult to say. If we are to trust what your friend says, and you all say what the weapon told you, it did sound like it at least thought it was a prior being that existed.
Okay.
So if that wasn't some misleading
Trick, yeah.
trick, and it was being truthful about it gaining memories over time and it realizing it was an old witch hunter and all this, then yes, it should have a soul within that weapon.
Okay, so now here is a theoretical, and this is magic a little bit beyond my expertise, but I am trying to... I no longer necessarily want to leave the dealing with this to someone else, as this is what landed us in the problem in the first place. If we believe it is to be a soul, would removing the soul from the weapon and trapping it into something else that is non-harmful be a first good step into being able to deal with and destroy this? For instance, if we were able to remove the soul from the weapon and put it into a gem can't really harm you. Would it still be able to do all of the mental control it's doing if it were removed away from the blood crystal?
I believe you are onto something. I think it is the combination of this blood crystal property and the soul inhabiting it that allows it to do these things. How it will react in a different material is unknown. Perhaps it would be able to speak with people still. Whether it could influence them is another matter. I believe, depending on the magic you're thinking of, it should stop any sort of mental exercise it could do. The fact that it inhabits an actual weapon and in blood crystals and infused with this corruption, I think enhanced its mental faculties. Nothing is for certain, though. This is
Of course.
unheard of to do this sort of thing. So if you do manage this, you must report back and let us know what happened.
What is... Do you have anyone here with access to high-level magic?
What sphere are you thinking?
8th?
It's an archmage here.
I know. Yeah, I might have to ask
Yes.
them.
The gold did send their arch wizard. Perhaps he has access to these spheres of magic and can assist you.
Okay. Well, I will speak with him and see.
Yeah, he is just in and out of the smelting and crafting area. You can catch him when he's just kind of lounging about, waiting for him to be needed.
Yeah, I'll come up and sit down in front of them, and I am working on some theories and ideas to deal with the soul of whatever is inhabiting this weapon in a way where we can be sure we're containing it in a way that should not cause more harm to others while we figure out how to destroy it, since clearly our last idea didn't work out so well. But some of the magic I'm theorizing to use is magic unknown to me, and I wondered if it is known to you.
Yes, if you can describe the magic you're getting at, I can consult my spell book and see if I have such a spell.
There are two things I'm currently looking at trying to obtain. The more difficult one, something that would allow me to trap the life force of a creature into a gem.
That is a popular spell of that sphere. I definitely know that one.
The other is a lower magic I have access to. I just don't have this particular spell. But it is one that would allow me to create a barrier around me that would inhibit magic of my choice should I need to.
That one's a little more specific, but if it's lower in sphere, I'm sure one of the mages here have access to it. I don't think I have learned that one. But I assume you need a scroll of the first one you mentioned then.
Yes.
I can work on that. Should be ready for tomorrow.
I appreciate it.
And yeah, you can easily find that other spell from some mages here.
Yeah, it's a 6th circle.
Mm-hmm.
So.
They will give you these free of cost as long as you're saying it's for the specific task.
Yeah.
And then yeah, if that concludes your sort of stuff, we can go to your teleportation stuff. Do I have any music for the mountain? I do not. Well,
Give me a moment.
Find a nice track that kind of fits. One thing they need to add in Foundry is to be able to scrub through songs or music. It's a glaring feature that I'm not sure why they don't have. How about this one? That's fine. Windy lightning. You guys share memory, I guess. So let's look at Christian. Where do you? What memory do you share of where you want to teleport? Like right in the smack dab.
I share my home with her. I'm not sharing like right in front of it, but like basically like close to where like our camp was, as far as I've known. I'm guessing it wouldn't have left. Didn't for years, at least didn't move. So yeah, like the end sort of entrance to where we live is where I would have shared.
The entrance? Okay.
Not like straight up like, here's the door. But like I about like 50 to 100 meters like out of there.
Sure.
I don't want to do like we did for the dwarves because they aren't expecting me in any way, shape, or form.
You share the memory, and you guys teleport. Give me that D100. You guys blink and then rematerialize. I think that's more than enough as you teleport in.
I want to say, where before we leave, was like, make sure you dress warm.
True. Is everyone dressed warm?
I don't need to fucking enough.
Alright, you guys hold hands and teleport. In a blink of an eye, you rematerialize in this snowy, cold peak of a mountainous terrain. In the mountain, you look around, and this looks very different. There are tents set up here that are like destroyed. They're like blackish, reddish tents that have been like destroyed. They're like ripped and shredded. You can just see like there's like remnants of them. And as you guys like materialize, you like look around, and then there's like, we don't need to roll combat because these are kind of like low level creatures, but these like demonic kind of like shadowy kind of creatures, like they're like going through like piles of garbage, and like they notice you, and they're just
gonna walk off to one, grab it by the throat, and just crush it.
Yeah, it's like blah, and it like scurries over, and you just like, and then you just like crush its throat, and just like it's squirming in your hand, and then you crush its throat, and it just like explodes like a pile of blood. And the other ones you like Leyland just quickly, and you like shoot like 2 or 3 of them, and they just like die, and then there's like 3 or 4 of them that were like in the background just like scurry off into the hills.
I'm gonna head for my chieftain's camp, where his tent would be.
Yeah, you like you said, you wanted to be like hundreds of feet away from your main place, right?
Yeah.
So you can immediately like start booking it up the hill, and you can immediately see like up the mountain path there are like I don't know the word for it. They're like the wooden spiky things that block like travel kind of thing. I don't remember what the name of those are, but
like palisades or
palisades. I thought those were like the wall thing.
Yeah, that's the wall.
Those are like walls.
Yeah, this is like
but it's
more
not
like
the wall. You mean like set in the ground to sort of like stop charges and stuff.
Like just barricades.
Wooden barricades, and they're kind of like, some of them are damaged, some of them are broken, and they're like sprawled around the mountain path that before was nice and cleared and nice, but now you can see that there's like barricades here. Some of them are damaged, but they're still intact, and you're kind of like pushing your way up, and then eventually you encounter like a full out like blockade that's blocking the path, and there are probably some people you recognize, some giants who just like peek over the hill.
To giant, and I will say, the mountain is home.
And yeah, you'll hear back, oh, it's the mountain. The mountain's back. And then these before you, I mean, maybe you knew because you're like a giant kin, like you could kind of see the seams of like your architecture, but perhaps the other people wouldn't have seen. There is clearly like some sort of door that will just like slowly like open up.
You know, I think I whispered to Atahia, you think his parents named the mountain ironically because he's smaller than all the other giants?
That is the funny part. I am smaller than the rest of them.
And in the doorway, you'll see like these. Before, I guess your people hadn't needed for heavy armors and stuff, but you'll see these 2 giants that are armored in this like mithril kind of type of armor.
Just like a slight vein on his like temple, sort of like so starts pulsing because he's getting pissed. Because clearly something is fucking wrong at his home.
Hi.
Mountain, who do you bring here? Who are these people?
These people, chieftain told to protect and help. Wanted to visit home, one brought me. Now many questions.
Yes, it's been some time since you've been here. You should speak with the chief. And they'll just like stand aside and let you walk in. And as you guys walk in, you can see like beyond this barrier, everything looks as if you remember it. Things are intact. Things seem to be more fortified, I guess. There's like more like people just like
But
around the
this
mountain
still
guarding
isn't
things.
how, like, we weren't like we built walls. No, we just like, people don't mess with us. Giants usually don't see shit. It's like,
Yeah, and as you're like walking up here, you will notice there are some changes. Like you'll notice like some of the ground is like scarred with like some like scorch marks, like something has like blackened the ground recently because it's like snowing and snow is like covering up the floor. But you can just see like there are spots of like
it ever
streaks.
sort of like look at that black and compared to my fucking scar on my
No,
hand.
it's
Okay.
different. It looks like lightning has like streaked across the ground or something like that.
Interesting.
Well, you know, Solmas is a storm giant and he has access to lightning
I
spells.
know.
So perhaps
Yeah,
something
but
like that.
he still isn't the one that would wreck his own home.
For sure.
So,
So yeah, you can be brought to the chief's tent or whatever, and you'll see it's no longer a tent. It's more of like an actual structure now, and it's like fortified and there are guards and stuff.
It's worrying.
But you're let in, and
Yeah, so it's like, before we learn, it's like, he might. Don't take anything he says with offense. He just says things as they are.
Oh, that's like me.
A bit worse than you.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, well, I did.
yeah, you're let in, and there is this like area that just like has like it's almost like a tent in this building, and they like move the flap aside. You can like go in, and inside is Solmas, and he kind of has like he's like armored up, and he has like his helmet held on his side, and he's like poring over this big stone table that has a huge map of the continent, and he's just like stroking his like beard and like there's like other giants here that you would recognize that they're like kind of like elders, and he's just like in giant like we need to fortify this side, and they're just like mid conversation. You guys kind of like walk in.
Yeah, but I will kneel, slam my chest, and in one sentence I will in giant, All Father.
Yeah, he kind of looks a little surprised, turns himself, and puts his helmet down on the map table and comes to embrace you. You'll notice this is a little odd. He like will just like go up to you, raise you up, and just like giant hug, and just like hug you. It's rare for him to show affection like this, but he like holds you.
Which is also the fun thing. What's wrong?
He'll kind of push you back, not push you back, like go back to like a.
Sit me down, because he's bigger than me. So
yeah,
it really is just he picks me up.
Yeah, and he'll like put you back, and he'll say, "It is good to see you. I had thought the worst in the past few months."
The mountain stands tall. That you have told me.
Hi.
Oh, hello. You must be
the ones you told me about.
Far few than I thought of. But anyways.
One is staying back at the moment. He is having some headaches. She doesn't like the cold either.
There was no way to get word to you in an appropriate manner, and nothing to concern you with. I can defend our territory, but the Void has started sending its forces into our lands. We were taken by surprise some months ago. We lost some people, but I took down some of theirs with my calling of lightning. He grows more brazen by the day, trying to evade our territory, set up encampments near us, but we push them back as they try to encroach. But I won't lie, our forces are thinning, and his seem to not. Every few months he seems to come with a whole new army. I'm not sure how he is replenishing his forces. We are fine for now, but I fear if this continues for another year, we will...
A year I shall not let pass, not even a half.
It is good you are here. We may need your assistance in the near future, once you are done with your current task.
When I am done cleansing our brother, I will be back here immediately. and I will see to that the void bastard keeps to his lane.
I'm afraid it has gone past that. There's no more of keeping his lane. We would like to push into his territory and slay the beast. We are tired of sharing territory with...
Oh, I'm fine with that.
Yes, he's crossed the line, murdered our own. We seek vengeance now, not peace.
I turn to Atta. I like whisper in Atta's ears here. Do you understand anything of what they're talking about?
Yeah, this is all in Giant. I don't know if any of you speak Giant.
I think I do.
I think you do. I don't look at my.
Yeah, I'll just be like, yeah, big black dragon is causing mayhem and they want to fuck him up.
Oh, let's go! I love that.
He will kind of look to you guys, whispering and like looking a little confused. Leyland looked confused, and then he's like Ati is like clearly translating or something. And he'll switch to like common and just say, "My apologies. What are your names?"
Ah, that's so. Hi, I'm Leyland. Hey, that's so nice.
And you?
Atahia.
I am Soulmass. I'm sure my kin here has told you some things about me.
Oh yeah, he name drops you a lot.
Oh yeah.
I am king of these mountains, and king of the frost. These frost peaks, and defender of these lands. And this dragon has encroached upon our territory for the last time.
He sounds like a real dick.
It really does.
We had lived in peace for many years. We know, although he is a malevolent force, we know he is strong, and we do not seek out to lose our own kin in a conflict that was really not disturbing us. But now it seems his lusted greed or his wanting for more power has exceeded his mind or something. It is foolish to attack us. Well, maybe not, seeing as it seems he has an endless horde of creatures at his disposal, which we had not seen before. Something must have changed.
Maybe a new trick.
But since you are here and clearly have means to travel without... we have not seen other outsiders here in many years able to bypass his... we assume but he's instilled some sort of... what's the word?
Blockade?
The word for blockade. Trying to blockade any visitors getting here. Somehow you've gotten through.
Well, my dear companion can control the arcane. So.
Ah, very good. Then if you would be so... We know you have a task, and I know it's of its importance, but since you can use the arcane to get by these blockades, it would be best if you could inform the rest of the realm of this. We seek allies from the dwarves to the north. Perhaps they can apply pressure and keep the Void's forces spread thin.
Well, currently the dwarves have an issue with the red. The nightmares of no more. The red has now taken over. And the dwarves, of course, are not willing to go under another dictator. So,
are they in active conflict with the red?
They are in a current discussion with the Reds, but of how long that discussion will last before the Reds say, screw you, who knows?
Well, if you could at least transport word to them that we are willing to maintain our allyship and our alliance, but we seek their aid in this matter. If they could do anything, we will of course offer our aid and protection for them should other dragons attack them or anything.
I will let the kings know.
Well, you're welcome to stay as long as you please, but I must get back to my war council, and we must plan our defenses.
Oh, so I will stay
Okay.
for a couple of days and see some old friends. In case I don't make it back further, make sure you put a good old hitting on that giant void cunt. Because I do have a minor issue with a red wanting my head.
I have no doubt that you are one of the strongest among us, and you shall not fall.
The mountain will
Among
stand tall, even in death. I will take my leave.
Um, yeah, you can take your leave. The rest of you can follow. They'll close the flap behind you. The mountain, you can go see some old friends. You'll find that a few of them have died in that initial attack he was talking about. They'll bring you to where they're buried so you can pay your respects.
I guess I think also Pat will maybe see for once actually is when he is brought to where his friends were. You don't see sadness or anything like that. Not like sobbing kind of sadness. You see a mix of anger, sadness, sort of a feeling of lost on him. I was told with one goal in mind. To keep you all safe. That is my duty, that is why I am here. And I left. I am sorry. My brothers. I failed you all. You should be where I stand. And I should be where you are at least. Why? What is it you want from me, you giant cunt of a dragon? You take my parents, you take my friends, you take. Nilvakus, on my friends' graves I swear, I will drive my hammer through your skull. And that will be the last thing I do before I die, at the very least. I will clear your cult. I will remove your existence from this plane. Or so help me. I will forsake my name and I will wander this plane until death takes me, never calling something a home once more. I will take the knife, John, that I'm made of dragon bone, that is meant to cut fucking everything. I will cut a line in my forearm and I will bleed on my brother's graves. A part stays with you. Hopefully next time I return it is with his head. Forgive me. Please. Forgive me. He'll just sit there for like 5 minutes.
I don't know where Leyland and Natia, if you're just standing back and watching this, but
Yeah.
yeah, you can do that over their graves.
After 5 minutes, he'll get up, walk back to the camp. I'm gonna find 2 people, and I'm gonna ask them for sparring, because I need to let some men out.
Yeah, this is like kind of
No weapons.
Yeah, this is kind of
Last
wartime. So there's a bunch of like giants that are just like amped up and ready to spar and keep on point.
Yep.
So you can spar with some giants.
I'm gonna ask actually spar with both of them at the same time.
Sure, you can do like a 2-on-1 thing.
Yes! I need a challenge at this point, which I don't know if just a single time will sadly give me.
Yeah, you're probably higher level than everyone here, pretty much. But yeah, so you can get like a group of them like coming at you, and you can like.
Okay,
Yeah,
buddy, you have fun with that. I'm gonna take a Leyland, and we're gonna go like run an errand.
You can go and pick me up tomorrow. If you can you let the dwarves know?
Yeah, I can do that. Actually, yeah,
Perfect.
that works.
Okay.
All right, Leyland.
This is
That
perfect
actually
way to
works
let
out
a man
perfect.
know.
We're gonna go pay a visit to the dwarves,
Let's go.
and off we
In the
go.
meantime, I'm just gonna stay here to. So basically, then my goal here with this is just I will fight. I will try to mostly block. I will try not to hurt my brothers, and I
Yeah,
will take
if
the
you-
beating coming for me as
if-
he feels he deserves it.
If you want, you can do some HP retraining a little bit here.
Okay.
So, yeah, so
I
as long
don't
as you can
technically
pay.
have time. But,
Well, you said you were doing a day here, right? So doesn't it take a day per HP or something? Or
Yeah,
it's going to
one-
take way
no,
longer.
it's. Oh yeah, I think it's like a week per HP.
oh, is it? Okay, it scales
It
with
takes
level, or
for fucking
Okay, never
ever.
well, you can, if it matters, you can count it as like a progress toward that if you want it. or-
3 days. It's what it takes actually.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean
Yeah, I don't
that's
know.
more. You can
It
track like
depends
I've
on
done
at
one
point,
out of 3
coming
days.
back here and straight up just toughen the fuck up before I go and bash this void dragon's skull in.
Sure. Which doors are you going to? The east or the west?
Probably east.
East makes sense because that's the words
Yeah.
that they
Yeah, I
wanted
guess
to talk.
east.
Yep. All right.
Well, I think it's both they want. Because
Well,
we are aligned
we're-
with both dwarves.
That's fine. Yes, but the east is the one that is close to the void area where they would be the ones that would put the pressure from
Yes.
the north. So
That
we'll
is
go
the one
east.
that would be best, yes.
Sure. You can zip and zap and zoop, and you're appear
I was
rate.
also pissed at you. Sorry. Fuck off.
beep bum bop.
You beep and boop, and you are.
The
in
angry
front-
with was the whole red incident. Well, not really angry, but miffed with you at least.
well, I didn't go for that, so I wasn't there.
Yeah, well, first we just would handle the letter. I thought it was all three handled the letter.
No, I was like, I don't want to be a part of that.
You're in front of the Dwarven gate. They're kind of used to you guys popping in. They
What's up, buddies?
know who you are.
Hi.
They've been told. They open the gate for you, let you in. What are you doing here?
2 things. So first off, I was like, okay, let's go deliver this message first, because I hate being a little messenger bitch, but like whatever. So I'll find someone, like ask if I can speak to a like I don't want to ask for an audience for the king. I'm not going to bother with
Yeah,
like
if this is a
trying to get
simple
an
message
audience.
you want to convey.
Yeah, but just
they'll-
like a messenger who is close with the king.
Yeah,
who
they'll
can,
call
like,
the high cleric. That's kind of like his right hand guy that was there. You've seen him before.
yeah.
He'll like, take in your message and let you. He'll say, "Yes, I'll relay this message to the king.
Cool.
We'll
Thanks.
try to honor our alliance and get some forces to the southern mountains here."
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
whatever.
after you
I'm
helped
sure
us
he'll
with the drow, they haven't peeked back up yet, so
Oh, nice.
we are available to help our friends in need.
Cool, cool. Okay, well,
And you dealt with
well,
the nightmare dragon, so the north of us is relatively
True.
safe. Now we're just dealing with potential
the red-
negotiations, yes. But no
I know.
immediate
Yeah.
threats, so I'm sure the...
Okay,
I
that's
help
good
with the
then.
vet now.
All right. Well, I got another errand to run. If you don't need anything else from me.
No, thank you for delivering this message.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Then I will guide Leyland to the smithing area people place. I guess.
The guild.
Yeah, I don't know. The people who have the blood crystals and stuff.
Yeah, that's just Smith. Well,
Yeah, you can go to that area that you saw the mountain clearly frequenting a bunch, get his armors made and weapons made and all those things upgraded and all that stuff. And you can see the dwarven blacksmith there who kind of comes out with the soot on his face and kind of wipes it away. How can I help you?
I have a odd, interesting request.
I'm listening.
I am looking for a piece of blood crystal, but I need it to be small, but like high value. Is there some way you can?
How much value are we talking?
How much value can we get?
Let's see.
And quickly. I don't have a lot of time, so.
Oh, little lady, you're demanding.
I know, I'm sorry. It's a hard, difficult request. But you know, I think you're just the guy to pull it off.
Flattery won't help you here.
Can't hurt me either, though.
That's true. That is true. Roll me a d4 times 500, and that'll be the amount of value he can craft in a short time.
Boy. Oh, God damn it.
Well, I guess the rocks I had in my crack bag weren't good enough for this.
Yeah. They're only... Wait, how much? What if we put your radioactive shenanigan stuff into it?
Ooh, yeah.
What about this, Mr. Dwarven guy? What we have some
Abyssio?
yeah.
Where did you get that stuff? I've heard of it, but I haven't worked with it much. But I do know how to refine it, but if you want it in a gemstone, it'll still be toxic to be around. I can't get rid of the toxicness of it.
No, that's fine. I think it's fine being radioactive.
How I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this and my brain is not working right. How long could I handle it in a gemstone before it starts to make me sick?
If you avoid direct contact with your skin, it would take 10 minutes before it starts to make you feel sick, or you'd have to see if you're fortitude enough to resist its effects after 10 minutes. And then after that, it's every minute you'll have to keep making checks if you're strong enough before it pierces your health.
And if I do have to make direct contact with my skin, how long do I have?
It'll affect you right away, but it'll just make you sick if you don't have a good enough fortitude. and if you keep touching it for more than 10 minutes, then you'll start to get nauseous and your actual health will deteriorate.
Cool. So, what kind of value can we get to if we put this into it?
A d6 times 500 if we mix it.
On top of my other 500,
Yes.
or okay. Can I roll higher than a 1, please? Ah!
Yes.
It is higher than a
Yes,
one.
you can.
Low rolls, Jesus.
We can craft a gemstone worth 1,500 gold that will have this strange property, which innately may make it more valuable to the right buyer, wants like some sort of poisonous gem.
How high were you trying to get with me?
Higher than that. I mean, I don't know exactly how high I need it to be, but I'm trying to aim for hopefully more than necessary, just in case.
The more rare metals we mix in with it may make it more valuable.
Okay. What else we got that we can mix in with it?
Well, how much money do you have, little lady?
I
We're gonna
have
start using up all our resources.
30,000 gold.
Oh, okay, now we're talking.
Yeah.
Give me 3d4 times 500, and that's the maximum we can do with all our different metals. Nice try.
Right.
Try again.
Flash roll.
incoming.
3d4. 500. Oh my
1
god.
to 3!
Flee!
So 4,500 gemstone we can craft using a mix of all these materials.
Okay. I'll take it. How much money you need from me?
Roughly, since you are our local heroes, I'll give you a discount. So that's our raw cost. We want to make a little margin on this, so I'll charge you 6,000 gold to craft this gemstone for you. Probably be
Okay.
worth a lot more.
That's, okay. So that's 600 platinum. Minus 600.
Is that also with considering they are using their own resources as well? Because the Abyssium or whatever the fuck is from Felix, right?
That's right, yeah, he's counting the fact that he's using a mix of all these other rare metals to
That's
boost
fine.
the value up.
I'll give him 6,000 gold, or 600 platinum.
Sure. He lets you know this is going to take a minimum of a few hours. They're going to call in some of their divine casters to help in the crafting of this thing. And it'll
I'm
need
gonna
some.
delete my crack bag then.
Yeah, so you guys can kill a few hours here. I don't know what you guys, if there's anything specific you want to do, or you're just going to chill out.
I need to find the smallest, what is the smallest bag of holding? I literally just need it to
Minor
hold
bag
this.
of holding.
Yeah, it's a minor bag.
It is
costs
1,000 gold.
1,000.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the one I bought for the weapon. You know, I can just give you this one since it's still on my character sheet, but there's nothing in it.
Okay.
I thought, didn't you give that bag?
Yeah, I did. I just reduced the amount to 0.
Okay, so you don't have it.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm just
Oh, right, yeah. So you'll spend the money, but you'll just
sending
give it.
over.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna buy that to hold the gem once it's finished.
Leyland wants to trade with me.
Oh, sorry. Wrong person. It happens.
I'm like, what?
Take this bag.
Thank you.
Feel free to delete
Yeah, if there's nothing else you're
1,000
doing,
gold.
he will eventually call upon you after 4 or 5 hours and present you this multicolored gemstone. He kind of handles it with these big oven mitt kind of gloves, and he's just kind of keeping it away from him, and he just kind of hands it to you.
I'll just open up my bag and be like, in there, please.
Dumps it in. Close it up.
Trade's not working.
I know. Oh, there it finally
Oh,
goes. It's
nice.
finally on my sheet.
Only took like an hour.
Right?
Anything else you needed to do here?
I don't think so.
Alright, I think the mountain said you wanted to spend a few days there, so I don't know if you want to chill here or
a day.
go back.
Just give me a day.
Yeah, a day, so I don't know if you need to rest here and then pick them up in the morning or what your plan
Yeah,
is, but...
we'll do that, I think.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, so yeah, you rest here, you wake up the next morning and you teleport to the mountain. Pick him up, he looks a little bruised and stuff from sparring, but, you know, the mountain's tough, he's pumped up. He's been pumping some, you know, weights and shit. He looks jacked. He had a montage of training.
Wow.
And I guess you guys teleport to the Elven City? Back to the Elven City?
Hey Mountain, how many Leyland strong are you?
No response from the mountain.
I'll sure can break you in half with a pinky, love.
Jesus.
I'm pretty sure I can break your ankles.
Without the magic?
Yeah.
When we have time.
Alright, you guys teleport to the Elven City. Are you going in, or are you just waiting outside here? Oh, well, you want your weapon, I guess, Mountain.
Yeah, I'm going inside the Elven town, yes.
Yeah, as you come in, there's like 3 elven people here that you don't really recognize, but they're all wearing like special outfits that kind of have like these like black and blue kind of silvery aprons on them, and they have like this huge weapon in clearly it's your weapon in like this bag, a nice silk bag, and they kind of present it to you. They kind of like bow their heads and.
My god, it comes with a case.
I, in respect to them, will go down on both my knees. I will bow, and I will just place my hands out, letting them give it to me. I will not take from them. It is my honor to receive. Basically.
Sure. Yeah, you can take it. It's in this like very silky bag.
I will take it out and look over my.
Yeah, you kind of pull off the silk bag, and it's in this very nice like mithril-y scabbard of some sort. Like it's a big nice case on it, and you can just like kind of unsheath it, take it out, and yeah, it's made of this rare sky metal. The handle is a different make. It's like this. It's made of like some special wood that almost looks metal, but like when you touch it, it feels like it grips like wood. But looks like metal, but it's like this brownish, bluish, spiraled handle.
Nice. Time to make this weapon. Peak. Probably weighs about the same as my Lucerne, so we will say, let's say about 50. It has 25,000 value. Aura outcome. This will take me a bit, so if people need to use the bathroom, do probably now.
Yeah, so this probably is a good point to take a break.
Yeah.
So yeah, why don't we go on a break? Boom. We are back in. Yeah, you kind
Thank
of
you.
like are playing with it a bit to see if it swings
Yeah, sort of
nicely.
having my hand swinging around my neck and just... It feels amazing.
The elves kind of backed off and like nod and are pleased that you are pleased with your weapon.
I again will bow to them, showing my respect to the craftsmen that they are.
Yeah, they return your bow with another bow and just slowly will walk away. The Archmage will kind of come out here, out from the back and say, "It's done. This laborious weapon is complete. It should serve you well. But I am quite...
ready then for my part.
I am quite trained, but I have had the time to," and he kind of rolls up a scroll and hands it to you, Atahia. Here is the spell you requested.
Thank him.
Also,
I will need to rest,
I need to
but...
bring word to the gold.
Oh, yes, I can relay some message you have.
The void has crossed the line. We will take it no more. And I hope that since he likes to stay neutral and impartial, he will let what will happen happen.
She?
Was they called a she?
It's a he.
Oh. For some reason I thought it was a she. Never mind.
I will deliver your message.
Yeah, they ganked his home. He real mad.
They killed my brothers.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Another elf will kind of interject here and say, "I'm sorry to interrupt, but our seers have divined that the creature that hunts you is within our borders, approaching."
I will close my eyes and sort of get his healings where he might be.
Yeah, you kind of do the same out-of-body experience, black and white. You're junted toward where he is, and he's just kind of like shambling toward... you can see it's now there's like trees and stuff around him. He's clearly in some sort of forest.
I will get out of there. Do I get the feeling that I can sort of like get to him if I want to currently? Just like, I don't need to go into that like sort of seance thing. I can just get a feeling to where I would need to walk, maybe. If I try and just like clearly just pinpoint on him.
Yeah, now that he's this close, you kind of get like a cardinal direction of which way to go to get to him. You clearly have like a feeling of like north is pulling you north if you concentrate on it.
And the both
I
of
cast
you
a
ready?
spell on my quiver. Yep. Look at this magic. Look, I magicked my arrows.
That case.
Alright, I have a plan. My plan will hopefully render the weapon useless. I will immediately need Megumi to tend to me. I've already spoken to her about that. And the two of you need to just subdue the paladin if his mind is still not his own. But the weapon influence should be gone. I just don't know how long it'll take him to be back to himself.
Also, I'm fairly sure Jess was going to be cleanse my freedom of lesser since she consumed that from me. That was the deal.
Right.
Yep.
Let us
Fuck
go.
some shit up.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see. Apparently, the map I was planning to use for this is not.
Broke.
Yeah, it broke. So I'm just trying to see if I have another foresty map I can use.
One thing I will ask you all, don't be too close, else we will all get the effect of the pain. And considering we are all connected to Miss Megumi, that means he will get drained even quicker.
Well, assuming my plan works.
It shouldn't be an issue, that is correct, but
Mm-hmm.
it never hurts to be careful.
Well, I need to be fairly close to do what I need to do, so.
How close?
Mm, 55 feet.
Then would I be able to get a sense like when he's like 200 feet away from us?
I got really good vision. I'd probably see him by then.
Yeah.
Well, that
you
depends.
guys
Like we are also in a forested
Even in
area,
the
right?
forest.
So they are
Even
like.
still. I'm an elf. I'm cheating.
Alright, this map's gonna have to do.
Because then they're like, in case you want to go invis or something, right? So you can get close without having to be really a main target. Even though I might just be that because he's pissed at me.
Yeah, I'm just banking on you're gonna be the main.
Best thing is, I didn't even do it. Fucking Felix did.
Make sure I got the right.
Hope he goes for me. He's in for a bad
Tokens out.
time.
Alright, so it doesn't have to. I'm gonna bring you to a map. It doesn't like have to be like this choke point or whatever if you don't want it to be, but
Yeah.
the map's like kind of cool and it's foresty, so we're using this map.
Alright, nice.
So you guys
It's
kind
that
of
one.
get out here and go to this point where you're far enough away from the town that you know that like it'll be safe to do whatever kind of shenanigans. And yeah, so you can concentrate and you can feel that he's like imminent, like within like 200 feet or whatever. He's like approaching from the north of this
Gonna
map.
be here soon.
Yeah, is there anything you guys want to specifically do
Yup.
prior to
I will
that?
chuck something. But I will chuck that as soon as we left. But
We gone fast, boys. Once
I
he shows
guess
up,
also,
we're
yeah,
turbo
one thing we
ganking
will
him.
get from Megumi, because we get it every day, is a hero feast.
Hey, I still have that active.
Hey, I got the best one. I rolled a 6. I don't suffer an end penalty.
What the heck?
Drog no stupid. Alright, do I get to roll initiative?
Well, if John wanted, or whoever has control of her sheet wanted to do the hero's feast. Well,
I mean, you don't have to do it. You just activate the buff when you're in.
well, it follows along with
And
temp
then
HP, Felix, which
roll
is
the-
random temp HP.
Just roll the die.
I forget what the number is.
Oh, yeah, I forget if it's a D8.
Plus
Hero's
what?
Feast is... You get a D8 plus 1 point per 2 caster levels.
So,
plus
round
six.
it down
Plus
6. We all get 11.
Alright, you can feel he's within like 100 feet, so we'll kind of just start initiative here.
Let's go.
Oops.
Alright.
Whatever, I think it's fine if we roll initiative now.
And you said you
Hold on.
cast haste on us, Felix?
Hey, I did.
I'll
Also, I
just
think I'm going
roll
first.
Megumi's initiative and she'll act on her initiative, whatever you want her to do. Or you can control her actions, wouldn't you think?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm only doing having her do something if it's like something that we like need.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have precaution death ward on any of us?
Do we think he has any
Nah.
specific death magic?
Nah, fuck it,
Well,
guys.
he
fuck
did
it.
have
Let's
one
go.
necromancy spell, but like
Yeah,
I
but
kept
fuck
thinking,
it.
he told
Doesn't-
me very little what he could actually do.
It-
All he said was, if they ever turn on us, I will kill them. So that is for you to decide if you would think he could do that.
No, I don't
Okay.
Let's go.
know of anything that's a death effect that we know of. It doesn't work on all necromancy, it's only death effects, so.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All
Time to
right.
roll 1. Oh, I rolled an 11. 2 ones.
A 1 and a 1.
All right. So yeah, the mountain can tell he's like somewhere within 100 feet, but you don't see him. You can make perception checks, but Leyland, we're just gonna move an initiative so you can get a free perception check to see if you can see him and remind me how your dragon eyes work again. It's like blind sense or whatever.
Thing he knows.
Okay. I have. There's a couple of effects. Let me just click. So, I have 120 feet dark vision, not a thing, so I can actually see through darkness. I have 60 foot blind sense, and I see 4 times as well as a human in dim light and twice as well in normal light.
The blind sense require line of black effect. So
Line of
underground
effect,
it does fuck all.
Yes. But here's my perception check.
Another 20. Hey Phoenix, roll another
Yeah.
20 for me.
You know what? Maybe on my next roll. We'll see.
I tried, John.
Yeah. So, with that perception, your blind scent, and all that, you can see, probably within 100 feet, the leaves are just like there's some leaves like falling, and they just like fall on something like in a like clearly on the outline of something, and then blow away. It's clearly some sort of invisible creature. But
Yeah,
you have the square he's in, I guess. If you want to do
Perfect.
something.
I would like to, well, swift action, spell combat,
Mm-hmm.
or I would like to spell combat. And the spell I'm activating is, where is it?
Clean it up. Still.
I will be like the wind. Whoosh. Sorry, I'm not
What does this do
targeting here.
again? The spell functions as element of body 1, except for, and you're choosing the.
I'm turning
Air
it into
elemental?
an elemental.
And the element. To be precise.
So what else does it do? Because it says as elemental body 1, so
Yeah, I can.
Which is also
you know
just he becomes basically an elemental.
basically
just with
become an
better
air
stats now.
elemental.
It gives me abilities like flight. There you go. I'll just click elemental body 1. You gain +2 size bonus to dex, +2 natural armor bonus. You also gain fly 60 feet.
Yeah, but instead it's +4.
Yeah,
+4
it's
to
+4.
dex and 3 to armor. Still flight's perfect. The dark vision doesn't matter. And yeah, you can make a whirlwind.
Yes. There you go, whoosh. Now, that's done. I will take aim at the square. My magic bow guides my hand. And I will unleash a volley of strikes.
And you're immune to concealment or whatever.
I am immune to concealment. And I'm very likely going to make him visible just by hitting him. Because that's an effect on the bow.
Oh shit.
Alright.
That's just spell resistance.
Let's see if we got any hits in here, boys. That's a
Felix, that's not
29. 29, 26, and 32.
He does not become visible, and you just hear like these little dings of arrows. And the last shot, you hear an arrow snap.
Okay.
So, it's like you hear like a ding, 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 and then you hear like a like it's like something happened where an arrow didn't connect, but it snapped.
He's just trying my arrows, guys.
At arrow.
But the other arrows did like hit him,
Yeah.
but it's like it hit the like it didn't pass the AC. Is what I'm. Yeah, just want to make sure it's clear.
Got it.
Anything else from
That's
Layla?
that. That is that.
Had to hear.
I will cast a spell on myself.
Okay. True seeing. When'd you get this?
A while ago. I just never had a reason to use it.
You cast True Seeing, and you have an eye ointment that costs 250 GP?
Yeah.
I'm sure you do.
Almost fine.
You put in some eye drops and squint your eyes and cast your magic, and your vision blurs for a second, but then things become clear as they truly are, and you see Callius corrupted with this blackened armor, with this like hole in his armor that's just like protruding this like dark black veiny things that are just like consuming his armor and like veining up to his face, and he just has like this like pale skin, and he just like looks devoid of expression, and his like eyes are locking on all of you, and he's just like shambling. You can see him. Anything else?
Nope, that's it for this round.
All right. I guess I'll just reveal his initiative. You see him walk closer and closer. He's like within 50 feet now of you guys, I think.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Nice, so blind sense kicking in.
What's the range of his stuff? I think he needs to be a bit closer. Yes, he does need to be closer. You guys are not within range of that. Yep, okay. I guess then he's gonna double move, so he's a little closer. So he'll be... He's within like 40, 45 feet of you guys. Megumi. She can do a standard or a move.
I don't think there's anything we really need her to do at this moment.
Probably back off slightly.
Alright, she chills, backs off slightly. The mountain.
Well, I don't know where he is.
He stopped like 40 feet
Well,
in
actually,
front of us.
I guess I can sense him where he is.
Yeah, you get a
Not
sense that
just
he's like
like
40,
I can't-
45 feet away from you.
Yeah.
You cannot see
I
him.
will. Step up so I'm within 20 of him.
I think you need 5 foot more, because that was just 20 feet, right?
Yeah, but it did. Yeah. Don't know where, if he even is at the map, but yeah. I will plant my feet in the ground. Did it?
As you get this close, you hear these vile whispers of Callius. You just hear him like, no, I can't do. Okay, yes, we must kill him. You just hear him like whispering and arguing back and forth. I'm gonna need you to give me a will save. You're fine. You just felt like him like whispering was just making you almost want to like barf, but then you're like resisting and you like shake it off.
There's a part of him still alive. I will.
Not for long. Anyway.
I can still do that. Okay, I need to try and read something here. And that is, I need to read the rule of disarm. Do I need to see
Yeah.
the actual thing I want to disarm, though?
Yeah. How are you gonna disarm something that you can't even see?
Yeah.
Intuition.
I mean, it doesn't, like, from what
Oh,
I'm
God.
skimming here, it doesn't say I need to see the item. You attempt to disarm an opponent in place of a melee attack.
And you make a melee attack against him right now.
depends
know
on
what
how
square
well
he
we
is?
sense-
Do you-
Yeah, like it comes down to how well that sense works. Do I just get a distance? Do I kind of like get an actual square he's in?
You can give me a perception check.
Depending on the bonuses you give me with the sense stuff, then we'll see.
Yeah, you know he's like somewhere in your like immediate vicinity, so you can guess a square, but it's like somewhere, some square adjacent to you he is.
I tried to get within 20 feet of him.
You may have got closer or not. He's invisible. I was giving you guys estimates of where he is. Maybe he had some sort of swift action move thing in response to your movement. I don't know.
I can sense he's right there. Right
Yeah,
there.
ask Leyland where exactly is he?
No,
I
right
mean, I
there.
can actually see
Yeah,
him,
you know,
but
true.
since you don't happen to realize that, I'm just standing there like, okay, bud.
Yeah, but I don't know you can actually see him. I just know Leyland.
Yeah, if
can see
Leyland
him.
Right.
points out the exact spot, she can
Right
see
there.
that he's like moved here.
Yeah. He's like literally next to you.
Makes it way more annoying. Also, funny enough, oh, that's a...
Come on, bud. Make
Go
your
ahead.
turn.
Do your stuff.
We'll try with this. It most likely will work. I will try to disarm. It will trigger an AO. Because I do not have the thing. Yeah, provoking attack opportunity. I'm not unarmed, so it's just that. $39.
Is this supposed to be against his CMD or what?
Yes, against his CMD. But also, me doing this triggers an AO if he wants it.
Yeah, that will trigger an AO and he will strike at you, of course.
It's because I'm large, I'm technically within the 10 feet.
Ow.
So I didn't realize it's like, I can't strike him with my hammer. I also turn into a long sword now.
Holy shit.
I think
Well-
those miss.
Oh
Well,
yeah, because
that's
it's not a 20.
19.
It's not a 20. Yeah, they miss.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you disarm. You succeed in your disarm.
We'll choose his weapon. And, yeah. So that will.
Well, I
drop.
guess Atia can see that the weapon just like hangs in the air and then gets back into his hand.
Okay, because I was say, depending on how much it. If she takes, she's sent the but 10 or more attack, those items carrying both hands.
It doesn't matter. I don't think he's getting disarmed.
Well, okay. Does he also have a shield?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah. So even if it was, it just zooms back in immediately.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right, Leyland. He's got some good cover now. There's a big guy in his way.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Unless it's full cover.
Oh, do you ignore like anything above full cover?
Below full cover, yes.
The hell?
I'm like a cheating archer.
The
I have
whole
all the
idea
archery
with
cheating.
Felix's bullshit is he does not care the amount of concealment you have. If it ain't full, it does not matter.
Well, cover just gives him AC.
Yeah, but he will also ignore that basically. I'm fairly sure.
Really?
I think so because
I thought you just
the
ignore
whole...
concealment. Do you actually ignore
I
cover
do ignore
bonuses?
concealment. Cover, I'm checking right now. I believe I might have I think I had an ability at one point that I no longer have to ignore cover.
Ah, okay.
It's fine. Doesn't really matter because I am spell combating. dimension door. This way,
Whoa.
but like 50 foot off the map.
Okay.
So I'm like 60 feet-ish away from him. I'm just gonna put 50. You know what? I'm dimension dooring like 50 feet above him. That makes more sense. So I'm just like above him, and then I'm like, Cowabunga, motherfucker. And I'm unleashing hell, and I will focus my shots this time. So I will spend some points from my pool and absolutely and utterly annihilate him.
Try not to kill the poor man.
No, he'll be fine. He'll live. I'm not even putting a spell on any of those. So. See? It's a 46.
Jesus.
And a
That
1.
will indeed hit.
Alright, and now he is affected by Fairy Fire and Dimensional Anchor for 1 round. So he is revealed.
Does Fairy Fire has spell resistance?
It doesn't matter, it's on the weapon. No spell resistance on weapon effects.
Are you sure?
Yes. We looked that up last time.
Was that
And it's only for 1 round anyway, so... yes, he's now surrounded by a pale glow. Takes a minus 20 penalty on all stealth checks. Do not benefit from concealment. Provided by darkness, blur, displacement, invisibility, or similar effects. Yeah, it's essentially just reveals him for a round. And then the other attacks, so the first one does like 41 damage. Then there's a 31 to hit, which I don't know if it does.
Your 32 miss as well as I remember.
Yeah, the 32 with the natural one probably misses.
Yeah.
And
I'm just
then the
reading
48.
Dimensional Anchor for a quick second. Creature object structure forms of movement barred by a dimensional anchor include
It's just like they're playing on travel basically. It's locked. No teleport, no nothing.
Yeah, it's like all sorts of like teleportation style or dimensional travel style stuff is blocked.
Well, the ability he has is supernatural, but it is... Let me read it again. It does say it is a teleport effect.
Yeah.
Well, Dimensional Anchor only calls out like spells and similar spell-like abilities, so it might not work on supernatural abilities.
Similar spell-like abilities, yeah. I think it's supernatural. Well, we'll
Yeah.
find out. Alright. Yeah, you hit him twice.
Oh, so the 31 does not hit?
31
Even when
misses.
he's revealed? Even
Yeah.
when he's revealed?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then that's just 61 damage.
Yeah.
Because you don't care about him being like invisible anyways, right, Felix? Because you ignore that part, so.
Yes, but doesn't Invis also give extra AC on top of?
Yeah.
Only
but
because you
that's
can't
only-
see them, but you know where he is.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, because you ignore the concealment part, which is the
Okay.
part that gives the AC.
Atihia. Actually, that's not true. He still would have the AC because you
Yeah.
can't see.
You still will get the AC.
Yeah.
The
You're
concealment
just ignoring the
gives him a
concealment.
chance to miss. Yeah.
It's Atihia who's ignoring the AC because she can actually see him.
Yeah.
I'm just getting
But now
confused
we
because you have all
can
different vision.
I guess.
Alright, Atihia, you're up. You're up to bat.
Okay, so this is a convoluted turn, so let's
Oh, boy.
take it tiny bit at a time, okay? I'm starting with a swift action spell.
Okay.
And now I know that there's like a tiny bit of this that probably doesn't exactly work the way I want it to by raw, but it's like barely, so you tell me if you're not going to allow it. But essentially, my swift action spell is going to drain my strength to 0, which normally puts you unconscious right when you hit 0. But I just want to be able to get my standard action spell off. and then I'm fine with being unconscious.
Sure,
after
it's gonna be like
that.
a full round thing you're doing,
Yeah.
and then you kind of just
Yes.
like pass out.
And then I go like unconscious right after it finishes.
Sure.
Okay. So I am now having to hold the radioactive gem.
I'm just gonna reveal him. Yeah.
So whatever happens with me coming into actual contact
You
with
just make
this.
a forward save right when you take it out.
Okay. So here is my fort save for now being in contact.
Oh, natural 20. You resist its
Okay.
effects, at least for now.
Okay, so then my swift action spell is that I will make another fort save if you want, because this is a little bit more than just coming in. Well, I mean, I guess you decide what you want to do, but I am casting as my swift action blood money, and essentially draining as much as possible into this gem. So it's so what it says, 1,000 to 1,500 costs 3 strength, and it's like adding 1 strength per time you go up. So 2,000 is 4, 2,500 is 5, 3,000 is 6, 3,500 is 7, 4,000 is 8. Oh wait, sorry. 3,500 is 7. That's my strength, so I can only add another 3,500.
Okay.
And I think I just take the 1d6 points of damage. So 3 damage.
And then a shitload of strength brain.
Mm-hmm. And essentially in the process of this, I am completely draining my entire strength. To add like 3,500 to the spell,
Okay.
essentially. And then my standard action then is to cast my Trap the Soul scroll. Oh, and I'm also taking a snort or whatever of this Dweemer's essence, just in case it's needed as I cast this.
Okay. You're doing a lot of shit.
So let me... I know.
She's
Snorting
doing
some
coke, she's
dust,
cutting
cutting her
herself.
hand,
What
yeah.
the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why she's hasted, you know?
True.
Do
Yeah.
fast.
Okay. So, Trap the Soul, casting it, I think I need a caster level check to cast it.
Yeah,
Because it's a level higher. I don't remember the exact DC, but
That's good enough.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, 'cause
I'm
the
pretty
character's
sure.
Probably 10 plus spell level.
No, it's...
No, it's easier
it's
than
way
that.
easier than that.
It's like 1 plus caster level to cast
required.
it. Yeah, level required, which would be like 14, I think. So I'm pretty sure like I need to look at
Essentially,
15.
it's like don't roll a 1. If it's like 1
Yeah.
level higher than you can cast, it's don't roll a 1.
Don't roll a 1, yeah. So I cast this, so Trap the Soul. So, I mean, thematically, I don't know how this would work, because I'm not trying to trap the paladin's soul. I'm trying to trap the soul of this, you know, being or whatever. And so it says, you forces a creature's life force into a gem. The gem holds the trapped entity indefinitely or until the gem is broken. If the trapped soul is a powerful creature from another plane, it can be required to perform a service immediately
Yeah, it's
upon
like
being freed.
That's a genie.
Oh.
Genie thing.
Yeah,
Genie in
gotcha.
a lamp.
So yeah.
So what's involved here? Is there spell resistance? Is there a
There is
save?
spell resistance.
Okay. Alright, so let's start with
And
that.
then first, the spell can be completed by speaking its final. Yeah, because I'm doing like the spell completion. Allows spell resistance and a will save to avoid the effect.
Alright, so let's see if you can beat the spell resistance first.
Oh wait, it does say if the creature's name is spoken as well. Did we know a name? Did you know a name?
No. He
No?
did.
Okay.
As far as he knew, could be a lie. He did not know his real name. He could not remember.
Okay. I just was curious. I didn't know if we knew a name. Okay. So, yeah, spell resistance is our first. So that's why I use that Dweemer's Essence. It's going to give me a +5 on this check to overcome spell resistance.
Jeez,
Yup.
Louise.
So that's 29, 30, 31, 32, 33.
Yeah.
Nice.
What's your DC on a will save?
Well, I don't know if it would be the DC of the dude who made it,
It
or
would
Yeah,
be-
because it's a
it's a
scroll,
scroll.
right?
So whatever his stats would be, John.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think about this because you're targeting the weapon, which you don't even see it right now. He's holding
Why can't
a
I
long
see it?
He's wielding a double longsword, a two-handed longsword right now.
okay.
Um,
Well, technically, what the spell says, and then this is where it gets weird, right? I don't target a weapon, I target a creature. But when I
right,
target
okay,
this
you're targeting,
creature,
like, the creature.
I would essentially, I feel like I should feel 2 souls when I target this creature. Unless the paladin's soul is completely overtaken
Excuse me.
at this point.
Considering he fought back, at least from what I heard, it sounded like he is still in there.
Yeah, this is very convoluted and tricky.
I know, but
Rule of cool, John?
Okay, let's get some dice in here. You give me a D100, and I'm gonna roll a D100 against you to see which way this would favor.
God.
You roll on line 2, John. No
What?
hiding.
I don't lie. You beat me.
Oh god.
Okay. So if that would favor you,
It's targeting the weapon soul.
all right, then he
Or
needs to make a will save. I
Witch
think.
hunt soul. Yep.
And then a
DC
force
is whatever
save.
the archmage.
Which hunter is it?
Oh my god, really? A 19?
All right. This magic, this bloodstream kind of goes into this gem. It's made of some blood crystals. Some it like starts to glow, this like reddish glow, but it's like a multicolored gem, and it just starts to like spin in the air and get infused with this magic as she's like casting this spell, and it's like floating in the air, and this like wave of magic just like juts out at this guy. It like goes by you, Mountain. You're like, what the hell? This stream of magic like jumps into him, and he's just like in the air for a second as his magic is like flowing through him, and then it's like flowing through the gem, and then like being cast by Atahia through the gem into him, and it's like throwing out like streams of it, kind of just miss you. Felix, Leyland just like dodges out of the way as an arrow elemental. Some of this magic just like is sprouting out.
Oh my god.
And then, like, in the 6-second turn, Atia, you kind of, like, collapse as the magic, like, finishes going through the gem. And you all can just visually see, like, something being pulled out of, like, Callius as he, like, collapses on the ground. And then this, like, magic is getting sucked into the gem. And then it's, like, kind of like a little, like, wave of magic just, like, explodes. It doesn't hurt you guys. It's just, like, a wave of something just, like, pushes you guys back a bit. And the gem just knocks on the ground. And Atia just, like, collapses. Callius, like, collapses, but then is, like, immediately back up and just, like, lifelessly just kind of, like, still ready to fight. And that's the end of your turn, I think. Something's happened, but it'll take time to figure out exactly what.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, Callius' turn. How far? Okay, you collapsed. Megumi's out of range.
I'm
There's a
50
big
feet in the
mountain
air.
in his way too.
Yeah, so almost like instinctively, without even looking at you, he's like, before he had like some semblance of like intelligence, like he like understood what was happening. Now it just seems like he's like, his head is kind of slouched, but his like body's still like animating, and he just like puts a hand behind him toward Leyland, and these like, similar to the magic, you've actually seen this before from Megumi, where these like bright golden chains would come out, but instead they're like blackened and dark, and they like jet out toward you. And I'll
love that.
Rely on you to figure out if it
within
impacts.
15 feet, and 50 feet is within range.
It's not, but
50
rule of
feet in
cool,
the air.
it's now in range,
Yeah,
because
okay,
I've given
let's
too
go.
many things on your favor that I'm breaking the
True,
rules of.
true.
His chains extend.
Nice. What save you want?
Well, I don't even know if it impacts you because you're an elemental, but it's essentially chains of light, but like the undead version. So first of all, I think he has to. Let me read it. It has to It has to hit a ranged touch attack first of all. So let's just see if this even
Let's go. Yeah, I mean that's
does
easy.
that.
It's 25 feet plus 5 feet per level, so that would
Yeah,
probably
true.
be within, right? Unless he's
A
not
32, but I accidentally targeted.
Yeah,
the wrong
32 hits
person.
by touch. Easy.
So then I don't know if that damage is correct because I don't even know if it does damage. But let me just read it.
doesn't. It just
If the attack
powers.
hits, the target takes 1d6 points of damage per whatever.
Oh.
Okay, so you do take that
right,
damage.
because it's
In
a-
addition, if the
Nice.
attacks hit, it can make a free combat maneuver check against this target with a +4 racial bonus. If the check succeeds, the target becomes grappled. So that's the part I don't know if an air elemental can be grappled. I don't know.
I don't think I have the immunity to being grappled.
Yeah, I don't
think I get
think
that
they are.
from the
Okay,
spell,
well
so.
I didn't know, but he's doing that anyway because
Yeah.
it's like a free thing he can do. So this is going to be a +4 on top of the. I guess I can put that in. Check bonus. +4.
Depends on if it's just an elemental in general immune to grapple.
So 35 grapple
My
check.
CMD is 36.
Oh shit! All right, so you avoid being grappled, but you take some damage from these like blackened
nice.
chains. And then he's gonna make his actual attack against the mountain because you're the only one in range.
I'm guessing it was a special ability, not a spell. And he
Correct.
cast Yeah.
Those probably
Miss
all
and a miss.
What the fuck?
And then, can that still
Mountain
have
stands tall.
All right, this AOE is just gonna go out at the end of his turn. Then this like AOE blast happens. Will save for
There.
half. It
How
only
far?
hits.
Blast
You never
gun.
rolled the
30
damage
feet.
on me, please.
Oh, was it the damage not part of that roll? Yeah, it's
Oh.
33 damage.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Wait, what,
You
where?
take half mountain of negative.
Ah, there it is. I'm stupid.
Megumi's doing her turn to rush over to restore your strength.
Mm-hmm.
I guess what is it? A D4, right? Restoration.
I don't know.
One is all, I'm fairly sure, and one is D4.
Yeah, it's depending on
Um,
which spell she's using.
She would use the best one, so restorate. Well, these have 3-round casting times, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay, so she starts doing it.
Well, I was really
Wait, what?
hoping that this was
All right,
gonna
Mountain.
play out differently, but hopefully it's not Callius that is inside this, radioactive gem.
Oh well.
I'm gonna try this once more, considering we just see what we saw. Maybe something will happen with me doing this. I'm gonna try and disarm again.
That's against his CMD.
Yep.
That's not. Do you have any more bonuses on that?
Nope.
That's not enough.
And it would again trigger an AO.
Yes, a real natural 3. Come on, bro.
Alright. That is all I have.
Leyland. This thing before you just seems, before it was like looking around and judging things, now it's just like his head is slunked over, but it's like arms are like moving independently of himself.
Well. Fuck it. I'm just unleashing the blast.
Oh,
I'm doing it. I don't care. You know, he was too far
Rip.
gone.
He was too
yeah.
far gone.
a part of me still yelling, please don't!
Okay.
Oh wait. Oh no. Yeah. I keep forgetting you're not in range of his whispers.
Yeah.
You're really 50 feet away.
Pew 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 pew. Yes, pew. I think. Okay. I press the button. I pew.
Don't pew on people feeling that's disgusting.
And I'm just yeah, there's gonna be an attack after all of this, so I'm just gonna do the full attack and then the extra attack with the spell.
Mm-hmm.
Carblamo. 36, 34, 39, 49.
Shit, yeah, that all hits. What's the damage total?
Alright, damage total is 44, 46, 87, 97, 103 damage.
Oh. I'm just gonna temporarily institute the lethal damage rules. He's gonna make a fort save after like just getting pin cushioned.
Well, there's one more attack.
Alright. Oh, this guy's got fortitude like a king. Go ahead.
True. That was that's 2. And that's
Well,
attack.
you just so describing before you unleash your final attack if Leyland cares, but you can tell he's like like the body is barely still like standing. It's like you've like pin cushioned the arms, the weapon's like just dropped on the floor. It doesn't hover and return. He just drops it and it's just like he's like barely alive, if you want to call it that. He's just like slumped over and there's like so many arrows just sticking out of him and he's just like about to crumble.
Yeah. Well, I will still unleash the attack with the spell on it. It's just gonna be a different spell than what I had in mind before.
Okay.
So I will unleash the attack.
Do I also see this, John?
I guess his invisibility would have. Oh, God.
Never mind.
Well, because here's the thing. If I see this, and I see him basically weapon is down as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Will you cut the arrow from the air?
I will.
Oh,
Make
There's
another
more
attack.
target attention to you.
Alright, you just gotta beat a 51.
I have a chance.
Mm.
Oh! I rolled too low. Why did you have to quit, you cunt?
You know, it just felt right.
I wanted to save
we're
you,
doing
and
a
you're
lot
just
of
like,
rule of
yeah,
cool.
murder Herbert.
So
True.
maybe he stops the crit. Because
Maybe he stops
you
the
did
crit,
beat.
yeah. True, you
Or he
do beat
matched.
the
Does he have to
crit.
beat or match?
Yeah.
If the result is greater than
Oh.
the attack roll total of the attack roll.
Okay, unfortunately, I'm not going to roll cool that much. You do make an attempt. You slice in the arrow. It's a fucking crit. It just like
no.
Hmm.
There is wait. Unfortunately, I have to inform you guys
Mhm.
What?
that it did not properly include my -2 before. So all the things I rolled are actually 2 lower because of spell combat.
Okay.
So,
if
that
that's
was
true. I mean, I do see a
Yes, that
-2
is
in
true.
there.
Well, no, that is from rapid shot.
Ah, gotcha.
So the 34 is a 32 actually, and the
Yes.
41 is a 39.
All right, we're narratively changing some things. So like he was barely
Yeah.
standing up. Leyland finds the critical spot. Is like, fuck this guy. He's too far gone. The mountain just is able to slice the arrow right in half with his, I guess your hammer, or it just like dulls on the butt of the weapon.
Yeah.
It just like crumbles and smashes. And as a result of that, like because the arrow was like so much power in it, just like the reverberation just causes Kali to like slump over and collapse. But allegedly maybe still alive.
He's not gone yet, Leyland.
Sorry, it was an accident.
We'll end combat there. After a few 6-second rounds, Atier, you're back up.
I'm just gonna like take his pulse. Do I feel a pulse on the man at least?
Very faintly.
I will fucking do my best first aid to try and keep
Okay,
him
you're doing
fucked
first
alive.
aid, Leyland. What are you doing, and what is Atahia doing?
All right, I'm gonna fly down,
You fly down.
and once I'm down,
Well, I'm kind of analyzing this gem, trying to see if I can discern what happened. If,
Well,
like,
okay, yeah, hold on. One thing at a time. What is Leyland doing? You're flying down, and then what?
I'm flying down,
Uh-huh.
and you know, I feel like there might be some magic here. So
Okay.
No, what? Really?
You know what? I'm gonna start with the old. Oh, never mind. I don't actually have the spell anymore. That was part of my wizard. Never mind. I can't detect magic. Oh no, I can detect magic. That is a cantrip. There it is. I'm gonna start detecting magic and see what I can
There's a
glean
lot
about
of
this
fucking
situation.
magic in this area right
There
now.
is.
It's just like almost
There
blinding
is.
you. Like there's magic coming off of the center of his chest. There's like magic coming from that gem that's like radiating a lot of magic. That blast is still like lingering magic in the particles in the air. So there is the presence of many magical auras. So that'll be your first
Very
round. Atahia, you're up. What are you doing with this gem that's like lying just like feet from you?
I'm trying to figure out, like, does it seem like there's a soul in it?
I don't know. How do you tell?
I don't know how you would tell, but I feel like you should be able to tell.
That's what they call detect soul in Pathfinder.
Does the spell say you can tell or something, or
I don't know, but
That's the way you can seek judgment.
well, the gem is clearly, it looks different. It's like glowing. Before it was like dull, not dull, but it was just like a normal, it's not a normal gemstone, a multicolored, unique gemstone that like it shined like any other gemstone, but now it's like clearly
ID?
there is some like light radiating out of it, like a 5-foot sphere of light, like a normal magic item would radiate light. It's like doing that.
Maybe ID would like give you more information. Because that is the spell's concept, right? To get.
Well, I want descriptions of what you're doing. So you're just like staring at it intently, trying to figure out what's going on with it, or are you trying to identify it, picking it up, or what are you doing?
I will pick it up.
With your bare hand.
Yes.
All right, you go. You pick it up. As soon as you pick it up, what magic is this? Release me, you cursed witch!
Nice. I put it in the fucking bag of
Don't
holding.
declare! You put it in the bag of holding.
Oh, I got him, guys.
You have been bagged.
That's how you just bag it, and you're just like chilling.
Yeah, for now. Yeah.
All right. You're trying to like perform CPR on Callius or whatever you're doing. You
Yeah,
can
I'll
see
sort of-
as you like kind of like tear off his armor where the black hole thing was. You can see like his whole chest is like a gape. There's like a hole in his chest, and it's just like this black, veiny stuff that looked like something was once there, is now gone, and he's just like slowly dying in your arms unless you can do something about this.
Can I see Megumi's character sheet? Can you give me access to it for a minute?
Sure.
I feel like she might have something that she
Well, my
could
guess
do,
is
but I
that if
need
she
to like
has-
look at it.
Yeah, if she does holy, I'm fairly sure he's dying. Because I'm fairly sure he will count as undead, so.
Well,
I don't
I'm thinking
think-
like to see if there's something like a remove corruption-y kind of sort of spell.
All right, you should see it now.
Yeah,
Well,
I
there's
do.
a
Okay.
burn corruption spell.
Well, we have to see what
I
she
think that's what I
has.
want.
I mean,
Well,
she
worst
could use
case.
heal.
Yeah, but if positive, well,
Because
if you
wipe away injury and afflictions. Immediately ends any of the following adverse conditions: ability damaged, blinded, confused, dazzled, dazed, deafened, diseased, exhausted,
My only
fatigue,
worry is
feeble
just
mind,
if-
insanity, nausea, poison, sickened, and stunned. Okay, that's not anything that's really like
okay,
corruption-y.
John, if you use a like cure light rune, not to intend to harm an
Break
undead, but intent to try and
enchantment.
heal something that's undead, but you don't know it is, would it harm it, or would it just do nothing?
I don't know. I'm not gonna hurt my brain. Think of a hypotheticals. You choose. It's something you've never done before. Who knows? I'll figure it out if you do it.
Okay, so I think Megumi's just gonna be trying some stuff. So she's
Alright.
gonna go up to his body and first start with trying to do break enchantment. It has like curse and stuff on
That is
there.
casting time a minute. I don't know if he has a minute.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, you know what?
Quick and roll.
If she has removed curse, that could potentially do.
Remove paralysis.
Nope.
Okay, well here, she'll do this first. Detect undead. Does he detect as undead?
No.
Okay.
Well,
She
fuck
is
it, heal up.
going to use heal on him then.
Holy shit. Heal enables you to channel positive energy into a creature to wipe away any, or just away injury and afflictions. It immediately ends any of the following: damage, blinded, confused, dazed, deafened,
Feeble
blah.
and insanity.
It also cures the amount there. Does not remove any negative levels or permanently drain. Okay. Megumi pours this great amount of positive energy into him, and the hole in his chest, it like starts to mend and stuff. It's like skin is starting to like reattach itself, like things are like regrowing inside of him, and it like stitches him up. But he's just kind of like his pulse remains like a very like faint like.
But does it seem like it's getting fainter, or is it like kind of steady now at least?
It's like. It seems like it's a constant, but it's like very faint. Like it feels like he's still on like death's door.
So here, can you get us back to town this instant?
Hold on, I think she might try something else too.
Yeah, I also want to try something. Now, I've been detecting magic, so I think I'm going through the rounds.
Yeah, so probably by now, yeah,
Round.
2 rounds have happened. So yeah, what are you trying to discern anything in particular, or do you?
Yes, I want to see especially what sort of magical effects this nerd is under, right?
Him right now, he has. What do you get in the second round? You get number of.
I get number essentially.
Okay, I think it's been like 3 rounds.
Power.
So yeah.
No. The second is the number of different magical hours and the power of the most potent.
Okay, you get like 4 auras on him, and the most potent is overwhelming.
Cool. I love that. Well, I mean, that's it for now.
Well, I think that you would have been doing that on her Megumi's last turn, so then we're on like the next, so.
Yeah. I essentially want to know the strength and location of each. I essentially want to see what sort of effects he's under,
Yeah.
or like, I want to try and make a guess and like where they
Yeah.
are located. Specifically, the most interesting is the chest one, right?
Yeah, the chest one, the overwhelming is necromancy.
Yeah.
And the other spells are like generic, like you can tell they're like buff spells. There's like abjuration, transmutation, and evocation, I think is one of them. But they're like lower strength, and they're just like all over him, so it's clearly they're some sort of like
What do we think this necromancy is?
Well, I can't say for sure. Well, I mean, I could just use the power of rolling bullshit, but that seems cheap, so I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I wanna look for this chest effect, right? Is there any sort of glyph, symbol, or other magical spell effect referred to in the spell description as a rune?
Not really, but there's a clear imprint of like the mountain's old hammer. Like it looks like the hammer has been plunged into his chest and then like pulled out. It's like clearly like a scar is forming of that shape.
You know what I'm gonna do? I take out a small silk glove, put it on my hand, use some points from my pool to get the spell, and then I will use this spell. This is a cool spell that I picked up because I thought it sounds so cool, but I never got a chance to. It is Absorb Rune.
What the hell is this? A white silk glove is the component, nice. The spell allows you to lay your hand upon a magical symbol or other effect and attempt to absorb the essence of its effect. To absorb a rune, you must be aware of the rune's essence. Let's see the caster level check.
Yep. I snort. You know what? I'm just gonna snort some. Nah, you know what? In case I need to, I'm gonna snort some dust.
Alright. Yeah, do it. Give me a... Oh!
So... Oof. Well, technically, it only helps me to overcome spell resistance, the dust. So, I guess for this caster level check, it wouldn't help.
Give me a D100. Let's see if any of the gods are watching that want this to happen.
Maybe there's a chance. I think it's Pelosis. He was a follow-off.
Well, spoiler alert. This is like a god effect on him, so I'm seeing if there's like another god that wants to like help fuck back, do some fucky back.
The god maybe he believed in, which was Pelosis, I think.
That's right. Yeah, perhaps. Okay.
I think the gods usually gets offended when
so
fuck with
I think Leyland will feel this. Like you it felt like you just didn't cast it right, and the caster level check didn't go as well as you thought. But for some reason, like your hand just gets like jetted onto his chest, and the magic, the symbol of the mountain's hammer, it gets like drawn into your hand and off of his body, and now it's like a full heal now, and his like chest no longer has this scar. And I guess this symbol of the hammer, it starts to like travel along your body, and then it starts to like painfully, agonally, I guess, like stitch itself into your chest. So you now have this like rune.
Actually, the thing about the spell is it traps the rune in the glove.
Oh, is that what I thought? You take on the rune.
No.
The rune is removed from the surface. It was originally placed upon and duplicated on the cloth of the silk glove. Okay, I missed that line. And glove worn on your hand. Okay, never mind. It draws back. It instead gets stitched onto the glove in this like. I think it still causes you some pain. It's just like searing onto the glove. But it's just like a symbol of. It's just like I guess a miniature hammer that was like plunged in and out of your glove.
It remains that inert up to, I guess, 1 minute per caster level.
Yep.
What happens when that time runs out?
Transfer the rune to another surface. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I don't know what Leyland's gonna do after this.
Well, I can place it on a similar surface right now with the glove. I can be like, bloop.
Alright, so after you draw this last essence of that rune, or this symbol, off this Callius's chest, he kind of just like takes a breath and like almost like pops
sort of
up, and then
him, like I will hold his back up.
he almost like has a second of like awake, but then he just immediately just like passes out. But then as you're taking his like pulse, it actually is like a normal like heartbeat now. He seems to be like stable.
He's just passed out.
Yeah, he's just like passed out from shock and exhaustion.
Well, he lives.
Yeah, I look around really quick and I go like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. And then I take a look at my spells and I think I call over to Atahia. Summon a monster right now.
Oh my god.
Okay. Kind of monster you want?
Anything that
Smell
has a chest.
something evil.
Anything that has
Anything that has a chest.
Okay. Sorry, I have to look at my...
Yeah, I mean, it's not a super...
a
You have
moment,
13
takes
minutes, I think, of it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I think it's starting to burn my hand.
Yeah,
Like, ow, ow,
I think
ow,
it's just
ow.
slowly
I'm like,
just like
ow,
burning.
look at monster! Okay. How about a... Summon a rock.
Oh my god.
That'll work.
Could make it less powerful, but I don't care. You know what?
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
mistake.
true. Let's go something less powerful. I don't need to use my most powerful.
So we just need a sack dummy.
Yeah. Can summon a Dretch Demon. It's 3rd CR2.
Let's go.
Alright, I summon a Dretch Demon.
Alright, you cast a spell for a round, and then this demon comes out. Master, what should I do?
Hello, demon. Take
Hold
this.
still for a second.
Yeah.
High five!
I go. I go.
Alright, you...
Slap his chest. It's like, sorry, bye.
What's the spell I have to use?
It screams in agony as the glove transfers off this symbol, like burns into his chest. This symbol of the mountain's hammer, old hammer, whatever you want to call it, and just like burn into his chest. He's like, ah.
Good faithful demon.
I'm just gonna put it out of his misery. If it's like on the ground, like screaming in pain, I'm just gonna actually put it out of his misery.
All right, the
Wow,
mountain
you're
turns
gonna
around.
kill
just-
that thing, but not the paladin.
I knew he was alive, trying to save him. I don't think we can save that. Plus, it's a demon, so I'm honestly sorry. You know me, I'm
This
racist.
is the one good demon who's gonna change them all, but no, that's
Yeah,
happening.
he
Now,
was.
All right, you just go
blame
use like
Felix.
you splatter him.
Well,
the blood just.
I will do it like, yeah, like I'll try and do it like as humane as possible.
All right, yeah. What other minions? You kill him, and after the time of the spell runs out, the killed body just like slowly disappears. Just it's well known, at least in I don't know if it's like Pathfinder lore, but in mine, when you summon a creature, you're summoning an actual creature from somewhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, the dead body's just like being transported back now.
With a no head and a weird fucking scar on his chest.
Lamau, they're gonna start worshipping it.
Yeah.
I will just pick Callius up and hold him in my fucking arms.
Aww.
Oh.
Alright, I guess I'll teleport us back.
I mean,
Or-
we're not
We
We
that
don't,
far.
we don't have to
can
teleport,
walk.
we can walk now, yeah.
It was more of a before
Yeah.
it was a time thing.
Yeah.
You walk back to the elves.
Yes.
All right.
Actually,
you-
no, John. We're walking to the void area now. And
Just clarifying. I don't know where you're going. Yeah, you walk back with Callius in your arms, and you carry him back to the elves. They'll immediately like take him and do some medical attention. The gold archmage is still here. As I said, he was he
Yep.
needed to rest, so he's still here. Surprised how
I
quickly
will-
you're back.
yeah, I will walk up to him, look him in the eyes, say, "I kept my word. I brought him back.
It is a miracle. I
alive.
thought you would have had to have killed him, but it seems like he may
Yeah.
be saved.
Well, I sort of
Nice.
look over towards Leyland.
No, I got it.
We managed without.
And the weapon?
Better that those to explain to you. I got a man to see.
Do we get the vibe that the whole plunging it into his chest and pulling it out means the weapon is like destroyed or gone, or is it on his body, or did it like transfer the soul into his body in the process?
Your best guess is like it somehow was like inhabiting his body, and the weapon
Yeah.
is like not a physical form anymore or something, or
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll bring the archmage aside because I actually want something from him as well, or when we get a chance. Well, not like something from him, but like, and I'll explain everything. I don't want to like RP it out because it's a lot, but I'll explain to him the entire process of like what I did, how I got the soul.
You would.
True. I could just share the memory of it. And I'll also add in at the end that I want to see this gem destroyed myself to make sure that it is done properly. And one of the few ways I can think of to probably make sure this is totally destroyed is burning it with dragonfire, possibly. And as the gold is supposed to be the most neutral, honorable dragon I know of here, I would trust it more to bring to the gold to do it. Like, I have an in with the red. I could go to them, but
he puts a hand
really...
up and says, yeah. The magic you use to seal away this creature, if we destroy it, doesn't that not free him?
Yes. Yes, it would.
I believe the manner of your imprisoning, we must safeguard this gem and keep well. I heard of its creation and how you created it, and perhaps a stroke of genius that anyone touching it could almost kill them. So perhaps this is one of the most clever and ways to imprison such a creature. It'd be very difficult for someone to even touch it or get a hold of it.
Hold this lady ass gem. It's like, fuck that.
Well, where would you suggest we leave it? Or am I supposed to just safeguard this?
We tried to put this in our hands and failed. I would rather keep it up to your decision at this point. If you think it's safest with you safeguarding it, then I will trust you. If you think it's safe by hiding it away in a location no one knows, I would trust your judgment, although hiding it away, someone could come across it accidentally, even with its radiative properties. They might still try to destroy it or something, thinking it's a cursed gem.
True.
I would leave it up to you, since our method had failed and we caused great strife for you and your friends. I wouldn't mean to impose on you again and suggest a way and something goes wrong. I'd rather leave it in your hands.
Okay.
I will be here
on the best thing to do with it.
I think you all are impressive warriors. But
thank you.
Even then, you should still rest after such an encounter, such a magical display. Even over here, we heard and saw the effects of what you did. So I will be here resting, recovering from helping craft that weapon, and drawing upon my magic for your scroll. So if you change your mind or want to discuss further, I will be here for the next few days. I suggest you take some time and reflect and decide as a group what you would like to do. And he'll let you guys to your own devices, and you guys are given like your own special area. Before you were never given like your own like area to rest here, but now they like give you like this section off part of this enclave. Like it has like these nice beds and everything, and it's like a private area. So you guys
I am staying with Callius until he wakes.
Sure, they bring him to like this more other area where clearly their healers are, is what they say. And these elves are like attending to him, and he's just like recovering in a bed as they are doing like certain magic and stuff. You can stay by and watch and hang out near you.
I will leave when I see that man wake up.
Alright, may take some time, but you can do that.
Hello, him a big deal. So.
What about the rest of you? You just chilling, resting?
Yeah, Althea is gonna rest and contemplate. She's contemplating this gem because it's just like Do I want to carry around the soul of a psycho? Not really. But on the other hand, this gem is kind of part me because I infused a lot of my essence into it. So do I really want to leave it for someone else to come across or find or ever?
Then also, is that safe carrying that around? It's a part of you and a part of that evil psychotic thing. Mm-hmm.
Who knows? So I'm doing some rest and magical
searching?
research. Yeah. Trying to see if there's something I can think of to make it feel safer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the bottom of a volcano.
You guys can rest and recover thematically after this encounter and magic expansion. After like 2 or 3 days, Callius will eventually wake up and recover from his state of comatose.
You silly idiot.
Ugh,
At least you're back with us.
I could see everything, but I had no control.
I
I
heard you.
apologize. I was too arrogant. I thought I could handle this, but clearly this thing has progressed in some malevolent ways that even I couldn't handle it.
That does not surprise me. I'm fairly sure the only reason I was still conscious for most of it was because we, at that moment, had worked out a deal.
Well, what have you done with it now?
For now, it is trapped in a cacophony of a random gem,
Uh,
which currently it might stay in. As if that thing is broken, it will release it once more.
well, I apologize. I see my kin have replaced your weapon as was my oath. So at least I can say that much has
That
been done.
and with the help of your master, he provided the metal.
Again, I apologize. Perhaps we should have gone about this a different way, but
Well, I had a feeling something was wrong when you wasn't showing up. And I had a feeling that a weapon potentially was taking you over. Now, a few things has happened since then. The red wants my head. So we will come to blows. And the void has overstepped. So I will be killing him very soon. Currently, I'm gonna hope you can convince your master to be the one that will reign domain over the island. The other dragons can serve him. I do not trust the reds to not do the same when I am most likely done with their father.
well, I know there's current a standing truce between them, but I don't know what will happen with the current actions of everyone. But I, of course, will send you a message.
He can think of it as also keeping them safe. The oldest red will die, the void will die. He will now be the oldest. See it as keeping the younger ones safe, and teaching them also to be smart. And I will sort of look around. Is there anybody else other than me and him?
I mean, the healers were here, but they kind of gave you guys your privacy, so they were kind of like, they're still in like the room, but they're not. They're clearly
This will stay between you, me, and your master, Callius. I plan to die when we are done.
not. Why would you plan for such a thing?
My guess is the red does not enjoy the fact that I am potentially becoming part dragon. I can basically I'll just do it. I will not completely use it, but I will use enough of like the breath attack to sort of like show him that there is something in me.
My gods. The legends have
Consuming the
spoke
corrupted
of.
heart of the dragon seems to have done something to me. That, I'm guessing, pissed off the red. Now he wants me dead. I will not say that the gold would want the same, but I will not let him worry about that. You can let him know that if he is worried about it, as soon as I am done with what needs to be, I will live out the rest of my days protecting my home. I will not leave. Never. I have lost family already. I will not lose any more. I plan to kill the red and kill the void. After that, I will live in my mountains until death comes and takes me.
A noble of any cause. Of course, I will keep this private.
You can tell your master, but do not tell the other two. They don't seem that fancy about the idea of me wanting to die.
Well, I think you should strongly reconsider it, but I will not tell you what to do.
Get a therapist.
I have
I'm sorry. How
failed
long did you
my
say I
life.
was? How long did you say I was missing for?
At this point, maybe soon 2 weeks. How long did you feel you were gone for?
Well, I was almost like a passenger in these things, so maybe passage of time felt different, but it felt as only a few days I was in possession or possessed by this thing.
What do you remember happening after you got me back? Or whatever. Well, I guess I probably would have told you kind of back this one, so yeah.
Yes, I was
But
carrying the
you-
bag and heading toward the goal to dispose of this thing. And suddenly the bag ripped open and this weapon freed itself and plunged itself into me and consumed me. And the next thing I remember is I'm dragging myself slowly towards to you. I could sense you, and I could feel its anger toward you.
Apparently also, there were some guards involved in this, from what I understood from Leyland.
I didn't say that.
Scratch that then.
Scratching that.
I'm just used to you just blabbering about fucking everything sometimes.
Well, that's usually why I specifically always say what I say, right?
Fair enough. Well, it was powerful magic, that's for sure. You can thank partially Leyland for getting you back. I say partially because she also almost killed you.
I'm sure you all played your parts and did what you could to preserve my life, and I thank you all for that. Once I'm able to walk about, I will thank your friends more directly, but please give my thanks to them.
We might be leaving soon. Like I said, there's a red to deal with, and my home is under attack.
Yes, I understand. Please convey them. I will probably be resting here for a few days at least. Please convey
Do
my
that.
thanks to them.
I will sort of clasp his hand and then I will take my leave.
Yeah, as you clasp your hand, you feel something in the palm of your hand that he's kind of left in your hand. It's a silver symbol of Pelosis. He says, "Please take this. Pelosis
God,
will
I'm
protect you."
I'm collecting holy symbols. Just
I will
stuff I stole of people over the years.
put it on there and place it under my armor. I will probably need it for where I'm going. Yeah, I will take my leave.
Yeah, party can be reassembled. Is there anything you guys want to chat about while you're all together?
So, Kaiser's alive.
Oh, that's nice.
He's a bit out of sorts, especially because he felt time moved differently from him. He felt
Okay.
a few days have passed when in reality it's been almost 2 weeks now. Also, I discussed with him about the fact that he maybe should bring up to the goal that it should try and reign over the island instead and keep the other ones under control and teach them how to be smart with things.
Okay.
Considering
Well.
the fact that the other two last elders will be removed soon.
Hey, now you don't know that.
I know I'm killing the void, either with you or alone with my tribe.
No, that's fair enough.
And with the red, it's just a matter of time.
Okay, well, we'll see.
Unless he for some reason now feels scared and doesn't want to eat me.
I mean, last time I asked him nicely not to eat you, so I think that also might help.
He could just forget about us.
I sense him, he senses me. I doubt he will forget.
Okay.
Well, I will not seek him out. If he chooses peace, I will live with that. For now. So there's also the whole thing of you. Didn't you all promise you would help the dwarves again dealing with the new threat coming their way?
Oh, I don't think we said any of that.
I think we just told them to try to talk it out and prolong talks.
I think there was more to that than that, because they did say they couldn't prolong it forever.
There was, but I don't think you know about that. I don't think any
Nope.
of y'all know
Oh,
about
yeah,
that.
you actually didn't tell me.
Nope.
I forget what you tell me sometimes, because especially because it's
Oh,
been
that's okay.
a bit. Then I can scratch that part. Yeah. So, currently I would like to go back home more permanently. I have something to prepare for. Plus, as I sort of look around, are we alone, John?
Yeah, this is a private area you guys are in.
It was the idea that the gem was with the void, was it not?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, potentially that's like the last known location, so if there's any lead on it, or if there's a location where it is, might be there. But don't get your hopes up, as most likely it's
well,
far,
it's you
as
all that want
as
the
the
gem.
annals said.
I could not care
destroyed.
much.
Yep.
My mission is to protect you all, and that's it.
Okay. Well, that's nice.
So, whenever you three are ready to go, I would like to go home and assist my clan in ridding this place of a pest.
Fair enough. Well, all in all, I think I'm good. Maybe just a little. Maybe just a little. There's some small things I still want to do, but I do think very soon we can help out your people.
Well, as long as we don't take too long.
No, should be fine.
Also, is your escort still back at the camp?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Should you visit him? It's been a few weeks since you were last there.
I mean, we could. You know, we also might have accidentally left him behind at some place because he keeps phasing in and out of existence.
Well, if he's dead, I don't care.
It's kind of rude.
Yeah, well, I don't like him. So then,
What do you do?
in front of the Warrior Dragon. No one.
What were those?
Amazing conversation, guys. Really, truly.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking.
Well, while you guys are, I'm assuming you're spending at least a few days here figuring your
Yeah,
stuff out.
absolutely.
At some point, at Tahia, you will hear this thing in your head, as it eventually will pass a check to do this. And it's supposed to be 25 words or less, I think, but I'm not gonna word count. Just know that it's meant to be like that. And I'll just say like, "Let us discuss this just briefly. Just open the bag. I can tell you things."
I roll my eyes.
Please work with me.
What'd you say?
I just like roll my eyes and ignore him.
You don't respond?
Honestly, this just don't even humor the fucking thing.
I'll respond back with, I'm not bribable, baby.
Okay, so this will, like, happen, like, I assume you guys are spending, like, 2 or 3 days here. This happens on, like, day 2, and then on day 3, you'll hear another one that says, like, "You're missing the full picture. I can tell you things you're missing."
I'll respond with, like how you wanted to kill me over and over again.
Can't respond, unfortunately, but...
Yeah, that's okay. You know, I kind of enjoy that he can't respond back most of the time. I'm like, huh?
It is honestly though very ironic. It's like, I hate mates gets trapped. Yo, mates, wanna make a deal?
But yeah, you won't have any more communication from it past the 3rd day. Unless I do need to know if you get what are you guys doing after like you feel fully rested and you're ready to like set forth on your
Well,
new game
Felix has
plan.
shit he needs to do apparently. So.
No, it's just not really. I think. No, I thought about doing things, but I decided against it. Yeah, I decided against it.
Well,
I think we're good. Well,
in that case, 2 things options. 1, going into Red's territory and finding out if he's willing to talk, or just want to try and fucking eat me immediately as soon as the foot in there. Or
I don't think we
2,
should poke the bear.
but why? Yeah, why the fuck would you do that?
I am just saying about 2 things. And 2 is just saying, fuck that and going down south.
Join the giant gang squad. Join the giant gang squad.
Yeah, I guess we can head there.
So there you go, John. I guess the plan is now towards the epitome.
Alright.
Also, did you get the XP for this fight?
I did.
Okay.
Did indeed. It should have worked. I think you... Jesus, yeah, you guys are almost leveled, so...
I forget how close we were before. So.
Well, yeah, if your game plan is to march forward towards the end game, then I will need to prep that, so that is not prepared.
Yeah. No, money-wise, I say also have to spend a copious amount of wealth. Let's see. How much training am I doing over there?
How much do you want to do?
Let's see how much fucking wealth I have.
And also, it has to
So,
be like okay
hit
with your...
point training takes 3 days per hit point. And it costs me... Uh... 10 times my level times the number of days. So, 10 times 13 times 3. It cost me 390 gold per health I want.
It's not bad.
It's not bad, yeah.
So,
It's
if I use
literally
my
free HP.
entire wealth,
Well, slow your horses down because like you can't just spend like months here. How many days are you doing?
if I can, I'll spend a month. A single month.
Well,
That's a long
rest of
time.
the party, yeah. I think you guys got to confirm you want to sit here for a month, and all of you can be
Jacob-
doing some retraining or whatever if you need to.
Yeah, but retraining HP sounds boring. If I'm gonna retrain, I'm gonna change my character somehow.
Jeez.
You can do that.
And
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
do a sort of retraining that's not actually retraining, but like, have you ever seen those shows or like there's a show I'm thinking of, and this is like cliche-ish, right? But like, anyways, so in the Vampire Diaries, right? There's a specific herb called vervain that is extremely toxic to vampires. And so some vampires end up consuming tiny amounts of it every
Build a
single
tolerance.
day
Yeah.
to build up a tolerance and immunity to it. I want to see if I can subject myself to Abyssium a tiny bit every single day to build up a higher and higher tolerance to
Radiation.
being, to the effects of it.
Unfortunately, I mean, maybe you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I think that like that is a thing in reality, but I think that takes like a long time to do.
But sure, it takes years.
No, it depends on what it is, right? Some
Okay,
things
yes.
you can. No, it's actually not that bad. Because essentially what you're doing, that's for poisons, right? You're training your immune system. You're like essentially starting to produce antibodies to the poison, which then makes your body sort of work like anti-venom, kind of, right? So, because that's the exact same way that anti-venom is produced. You inject the poison into like large mammals that then produce the antibodies, and then you use that as anti-venom for people, right? But the thing is, it only works on things that your immune system can actually attack. From the sounds of it, this thing sounds like it's like literally radiation.
Yeah.
But like you make fortitude saves off of being sickened by it, so that to me is like your body's ability to like thwart off or like be unaffected by the radiation exposure.
Yeah, the mechanics of it does say it is a poison. It's like a poison effect.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm willing
if
to
you have it on a
side
weapon,
on
it can
that
also
part of
apply
it.
poison when you hit with it.
Basically, my thought process is I want to be able to turn this gem into a necklace that I can eventually wear permanently and not have ill effects from the Abyssium. And I'm probably eventually going to put some warding magics on it to where if it's ever removed from me, like nasty spells go off on the person who like removes it or takes it off. Like,
yeah, I mean that probably I can allow, but then I would say like people near you would not be immune to it. So like if you got within like I don't know, I guess we have to figure out a range of your party, like they're going to be feeling sickened by your thing. Let me see if it does say a range on it.
It doesn't. It gives a very.
It's very generic.
Hard description, just that. The glowing blue-green substance can be a source of great energy. It also causes those to spend extended amounts of time near it, whatever event the term near is. It's like you're playing
it. So it's
what is near?
If you grind it into a powder, that is like the poison. Oh no, it says it is a poison effect still.
Yeah.
But the thing I was reading was the actual powder, which is still, because it's an ingested poison. Those who wear this armor become sickened as long as the gear is carried or worn. Area with heavy concentration becomes sickened for as long as they remain in the area. Okay, so I would say because it's a small concentration, it'll be contained to like your personal bubble. So like everyone within like a 5-foot radius of you would be under the effects of it. And then you yourself can have some resistance to it over time. If you're all going to commit to spending your time doing some retraining, you're going to be doing this as well then.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If he wanted to spend a month of downtime retraining or whatever, that's what Atahia would be focusing on, is like building up an immunity to being in
we'll
contact.
not have anything hardcore just because Jess needs to also agree, and it sounded like Felix would not want to do that either. So I don't know. We'll figure out what you guys want to do. Specifically.
A month of it's like it's the giants preparing for an assault as well.
Yeah.
Because this is going to
obviously
be them or us.
Yeah, obviously the way we do downtime is we're going to hand wave that time and just go through some key events.
Yeah, I'm
so it's not a big deal for me.
20,000 experience from some other nerd onto myself.
True. Was there anything else I was going to say?
You can go hunting your spare time. That definitely things that gets fight.
But yeah, as you're doing this, just like as a thing you can think about, as soon as you take it out of the bag, it's going to be able to speak to you. So I don't know if you're going to like that or not, but it's going to be like constantly be able to speak to you.
So how is it speaking to me? What, like, I just want to know specifically.
So yeah, you can experiment, and you eventually will come to the conclusion that it's because you drain like your own blood as part of like this magic that it has like some connection with you. So before, because it was an extra dimensional space, I was using the sending rules, so it had a 5% chance that it would fail. So it could be spamming sendings to you from extra dimensional space. But if it's not an extra dimensional space, it's on the same plane as you, it can just talk to you, and you can talk to it telepathically. So that might just annoy you.
You need something that can block that, basically.
Well, because the problem is because it's the blood tie that's allowing it. Because I do technically.
So yeah, I would treat it like a supernatural effect. So if you can find something that suppresses like supernatural things, maybe that would work. But like a simple like protections or whatever.
I mean, she is under the effect of a ring of mind shielding currently.
Yeah, I was like, what is this?
Oh, really?
She does
mind shielding? What does that do again?
Well, it's the wearer is immune to detect thoughts, discern lies, and any attempt to magically discern her alignment. So,
yeah, that doesn't really do that. Because it's just trying to talk to her rather than discern her.
Yeah, I would say that wearing this ring will like muffle. It'll sound like it's like hard to hear him sometimes, but it'll still like he'll still like be able to get through to you.
Yeah.
But it'll help dampen his like speech, I think.
Make him less fucking annoying.
Just because, yeah, like I would say this should kind of work, but because it's such a low level, it's like 3rd level caster, and his like whole thing is like 15 plus. It's like I don't think he would be stopped by such faint magic.
Yeah.
I think it would like help dampen his like thing.
Okay.
But that's something just to think about, like how you want to deal with that, or. But another thing to think about as well is like through all this, like you trying to get tolerance to it, and him just like trying to like lure you in with like knowledge or just wanting to communicate with it. He will like you're smart, and eventually he will like hint and like say like there's a piece missing from Callias' story. Like he will imply that he like blacked out some of his memory, so like the actual, because he thinks 3 days passed, but so basically there's like a lot of time missing from like what he was doing.
Yeah.
And he's trying to like, and he'll try to like make you want to be curious of like what he was doing. So that'll be like his. So that'll be his like thing of trying to get you to like talk to it and converse with it. Is like, don't you want to know like what was going on? Like it's gonna be important. Blah blah blah. Like he'll be trying to like lure you into like wanting to converse with him with that.
But it's gonna ruin the surprise.
But that's his play, if you will, of like trying to like seduce you into conversing with him and making deals and stuff. Obviously, you're not going to give into any deal to like release him, but yeah, you can think about that. Otherwise, I think here's a good spot to call it.
It also fits time-wise.
Oh my god, I found it.
You found
You
what?
found-
I found something. How do you feel about the symbol of sanguine protection?
What the hell's that?
Oh yeah, what does it do? That sounds
It is
cool.
a silver holy symbol that rests over the wearer's heart, imbuing his blood with divine power.
How does one get it, Felix? Let's just go with that first.
Well, craft it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know? Anyway, it's not... I think it's just thematically funny because of the blood. And effectively what it does, it turns your blood kind of into holy water. So it really sucks for vampires that try to suck your blood.
Oh shit! Look, that's interesting.
Yeah. But I'm just looking for stuff. Don't mind me. I'm just looking through.
Well, I
things
mean, I
to
do
see what I can
like
find.
that being like part of some sort of solution, like a way to like drain your blood from the
Yeah.
the gem or something.
Something
Could be like
that, yeah.
part of that, like part of like that part of a solution or something to break its connection to
Yeah,
you.
I'll figure something out. I'll come up with a plan.
Do like
So,
that sort of thing.
since actually you are here, John, because I don't think you were here when... Yeah, I discussed it. Yeah, so it didn't. When we finally come this one in, which we are getting close to, and we are deciding when we then launch up the new campaign again, I was wondering if if Jose has the time and they're wanting to get him in here as well.
Yeah, I usually don't like going over 4, just because like I feel like it's hard to compete with everyone's time for like 4 hours, or 3.5 hours most of the time. So it's like, whatever. We can talk about that later. But yeah, I think I'm gonna cut the stream here.
For me, it's about...
Okay.